And I think we are live, Seb. So if you're gonna stay off camera, you'll stay off camera, but you're on camera, like your profile pic from Discord, okay?
Okay. No, I'll probably jump on camera. Hold up.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Listen, this is a reshoot of episode 6 since my internet crashed last time. Apparently, some guy was cutting cables to help somebody else's line, and he cut my cable. That's the reason why my internet went out and wouldn't come back on. So, definitely not my fault. But, guys, I don't know if you can hear me. If you can, please throw ones in the chat just so we can see it. That would be we would be very grateful for that. With that being said, if volumes are okay and everything else is okay, I just want to let you know this is a very important stream. Why? Because we are actually going live on Instagram, we are going live on TikTok, and we are live on YouTube and Twitch. Now, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and we finally got to it. And I'm very excited because I can see multiple texts from everybody across every platform. So I just want to say thank you to all the newcomers that are currently here that usually don't get to see us. Now, with that being said, this is where it's going to get tricky. So for everybody that wants to be on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, you can and you will. But if you do not want to have ads, I would suggest going to Twitch because they have the ability of having no ads on there. And what I'm going to do is, Seb, would you be able to put our Twitch or do you know our Twitch?
Not off the top of my head, but
No?
I can probably get it.
Yeah, it's just top podcast. So TOPT podcast across every platform. So you'll be able to see us. But I just want to let you guys know that, yeah, this is what it's going to be now on moving forward, hopefully. And I really want to see how this works out. So first and foremost, thank you to everybody that's joining on Instagram. Thank you to everybody that's joining on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. It's a very, very big moment for TOPT. Now, with that being said, Sebastian does call-in streams, or we do call-in streams on TOPT because everybody loves to call us, and we really want to hear from you, but we just don't have time on the podcast. So, this is what we're going to do from now on. And Sebastian has a very unique way of being able to come into the call-in stream, so I'm going to just have Seb take over now. And guys, if there's anything wrong with our audio, please let us know. That way we give you the best quality experience, okay? But anyway, yeah, Seb, do what you got to do, bro.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I hope y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can see me. I know I put myself on camera, but I don't know if I'm actually on camera.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm not? Okay. All right. So, but anyway, y'all, welcome to another call-in episode. We would love to hear from you guys. It's a lot of fun. These episodes are the ones that require a tiered Discord membership from y'all. So what that means is you'll have to be a tiered Discord member of Warlord or higher to join the call-in streams. So obviously the Nakama status as well as the server boosters have access to DDTs, but the call-in streams are a little bit more. So you'll have to be a Warlord or Yonko tier member for that. Now, in order to do that, you'll basically have to join in on the tiered memberships. Larry, I don't know if you provided the link for the tiered memberships in your announcement, but
No.
essentially, guys, make sure you click the Me6 link and become a tiered member. Or
Do you
somebody
have that?
can. Do I have it?
Yeah. Can you send it to me?
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, guys, if you can or if you want to, you can also donate to hear from people that you like. Any $5 super chat or higher will basically net somebody access to be a caller. You can donate for yourself. You can donate for a specific person. It's kind of up to you whether you want to notate that in these streams, as well as gifted memberships as well on YouTube can be given. Basically, every 2 gifted memberships would apply towards a single caller. So I already see some gifted memberships. I love you guys being so generous with everybody. I love seeing that. So it's awesome. I see a couple coming right now. So thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, we would love to hear from you guys. Like Larry said, it's something that we've tried to get to more often on the streams themselves, and we just have not been able to hear y'all because we yap too much. I know yesterday me and Larry got into it over Garling and over some Marco stuff and over some rock scaling. So by all means, call in today. See if you guys get a call. Give us your theories, your hottest One Piece take. Games. These have been so much fun. You guys come in with such random different stuff. It's so interesting. I would love to hear more from you guys. So yeah, definitely call in. My bad, Larry. I kind of got distracted, but I can get you that link. Give me like 2 seconds.
It's all right. So I think, Seb, you need to turn off in your OBS. You need to deactivate your camera. That way your camera will show up on Discord. That's how it usually works.
In OBS?
Yeah. Like if you have OBS like closed, it's still activated under your camera.
So I don't know how to do that.
Just open up your OBS, bro, and just turn your camera off.
I'm opening it. I'm opening it.
You just got to go to your camera and just hit deactivate.
Deactivate? All right, it's loading now. Let's see.
All right, but anyway, while Sebastian's doing that, we are gonna have people come in. Oh, there you go. See? Told you.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Am I on cam?
Yeah, you're on cam.
I didn't deactivate anything though. Like I just opened up Streamlabs. I didn't deactivate anything.
Oh, my bad then. You already were ahead of me, bro. You got this. All right.
See.
So we have 5 gifted memberships from VillainDJuice, which means 5 people get to get in here for sure. And what do we have? We had some fan funding. Let's see. Let's read some of these out. Okay. So Bert, welcome to Nakama status. Zajen upgraded his membership to Shichibukai status. We got Otuko Otaku Samo to Nakama status. Dumb Society to Yonko status. Thank you. That's our highest tier. Alexis to Shichibukai. Black Bull to Yonko. They upgraded. We have Andrew C. became a Shichibukai. We have 346211123. I don't know if that's a number, but welcome to Nakama status. We have Fagarland Shampoo that has become a Nakama for a year straight. Thank you. They say after a long time, I catch you guys live. Hashtag TOPT. Thank you. And then VillainDJuice, who just donated another 5 gifted memberships. So that's 10 in total. Thank you so much. So 10 people could walk up in here now. He says, them top boys doing it big. Love you, Nikas. Got a theory for you. Hashtag Fuji for Fleet Admiral. Hashtag no spoilers. Hashtag jacket around the world. Hashtag shirts all for Shin. Wow. I think your camera shut back off, Seb, but
yeah, I don't know what happened. It just
keep messing with it. Keep messing with it. Don't mess with it too much though, because you'll go blind.
I'll go blind.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
There you go.
Deactivate my camera, bro.
You're
Am
good
I back?
now. Yeah, you're good now.
So I have to have Streamlabs on. It seems like because it's just on.
Oh,
when
apparently
the camera's on.
You mix those two. All right, but anyway, listen, Seb. So on my last stream, when I tried to do this episode, right? For some reason, you know, the internet was obviously cut, but I was talking to DX and he was talking about blackened blades. So I was hoping, can we bring him in first since it cut off on him? Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's get DX in here. He's from Denmark too, so.
All right. DX, welcome.
Oh, am I in here? I'm in here. Oh, let's go.
Man.
Oh, let's go.
I apologize for Larry's mishaps last week. You know what I mean? It won't happen again.
Yeah, Larry, what happened? Me and your Wi-Fi, we got beef, man. What happened?
Yo.
What's wrong, man?
Yo,
Larry,
so...
I was mid-fury, bro. I was mid-fury, and it crashed on me, man.
Yo, listen. All right. Listen. So what happened was there's a guy working outside on the internet pole, and he was helping somebody with their internet. So the dude ended up cutting my internet wire, and I wasn't able to have internet for like the past 3 days.
Crazy, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, so I had to
wow.
call the people and be like, yo, my internet's cut off. I don't know what happened. And then they were like, yeah, man, the dude that was working on it for somebody else ended up cutting it on yours on accident. So I was like, oh.
It's all good, bro. I was in the Discord call with other people right after. I'm like, why it's always me, man? Every time, man.
No, you're good, man. Sorry. But did you want to
Nah,
continue
it's all
the
good.
Black Blade talk?
Yeah, actually,
You
yeah,
could just,
like I said to you before, I have like two theories, but I'll give the Black Blade one. It's the more serious one. The other
okay.
is more of a troll one.
Yeah, please
Okay.
start from the beginning.
Alright, so the first thing, it is regarding to like the blackening the blade and also regarding Mihawk himself. I'll start with the Conqueror's Haki aspect of it. So in the One Piece verse, the Conqueror's Haki has been portrayed to us as viewers and readers in different ways. But the most common way I would say is some type of black reddish lightning. It's like black lightning with like a red outline.
Hmm.
And I also started thinking about like, okay, how many people in or characters in the One Piece universe have we actually heard about blackening their blade? And the only two characters I could think of was Mihawk and Ryuma. Maybe there's some third guy. Maybe I'm mistaken, but they are the two that came to my mind. And I was thinking, okay, so there aren't a lot of characters that have permanently blackened their blade. And then I thought about there aren't really that many Conqueror's Haki users in the verse to start with. Like, it is explained as a rare thing to be able to use Conqueror's Haki or even have it. And I also started thinking about Mihawk and why we haven't seen really that much feats from him, even though I would argue narratively he is probably should be one of the strongest characters in the series, narratively, not feat wise, of course. And I started thinking about like his rivalry with Shanks, right? And I'm like, okay, a lot of people say that this guy doesn't have Conqueror's Haki, Mihawk. And I'm thinking that to me personally cannot be true, because how do you compete with a like monster like Shanks we have seen throughout the series, like probably the strongest guy alive right now, or at least one of them. So my theory with the killing the blade is you need to have Conqueror's Haki, and I think that you need to give up your will, your Haki, your Conqueror's Haki to your blade in order to permanently blacken it. Because we have seen before with like other characters, they have been able to blacken their blade with Haki, but not permanently. And why is that? And yeah, that's my theory. And I also think that also speaks to Zoro having Conqueror's Haki, because at some point I do believe that he is gonna blacken his main blade, the Ichimonji, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to do that, it is necessary for him to have the Conqueror's Haki, because I don't think you can do it without having it. And I wanna hear you guys' thoughts about that.
You want to go first, Seb?
Yeah, I can go first. So I've heard this theory once or twice before. It's come across the channel and just in my, rumblings in the One Piece community. I'm not a huge fan of it, not gonna lie, DX. Mostly because I've always wanted Zoro to be able to blacken all three of his blades. And
Permanently?
yeah, why not?
Okay.
And if this is, how do I say this? Basically, under this notion, he'd only be able to do it for one, like the Wado Ichimonji, right? And if that's the case, right, it becomes a situation where people are making a decision and limiting themselves or limiting how strong they can be or their swords can be based off of their desire to blacken a blade, right? I'm just not a huge fan of that. I don't think that ties too well with the themes of the show about willpower. Now, it does on some level where you need Conqueror's Haki. I do believe you need Conqueror's Haki to blacken a blade. I do believe that piece. I just don't think it's a limitation where you have to sacrifice, like you can't use Conqueror's Haki anymore now that you've blackened the blade, or you can only do it for one blade and things like that. Go ahead.
Can I say something to that?
Yeah.
I'm very sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good.
It's just the whole like utilization of Conqueror's Haki. Like I do believe that you will still be able to use it, but it's not like in you, it's in your blade. Like as a swordsman, I would say that the blade is like an extension of yourself, and especially if what I'm saying is true, it's like you give your will to you, like you are so determined to the like art of the sword or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you give your will to your sword, and like through the sword you would be able to utilize Conqueror's Haki. Like let's say hypothetically, if you were in a fight, I think like the sword would respond to like your will or ambition to like win that fight. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
that I do like. That element of it I do like. But
so I don't think that they like necessarily give up your ability to use Conqueror's Haki. It's more like you use it in a different way, right? Like you cannot project it like Shanks just by like maybe looking, but it's more like maybe you do it in slashes, or maybe I don't know the specifics, but that's just like. But continue. I just wanted to add to what you said.
No, I like that. You're kind of labeling out or fixing what I was talking about or what I was going to say. So I thank you for correcting that or clearing that piece up. But that was my one real major pushback. In general, I do believe that a blackened blade does require Conqueror's Haki, because I'm of the belief that Mihawk's a Conqueror's Haki user. I'm of the belief that Ryuma was a Conqueror's Haki user, and I believe that that's why Zoro's going to be able to do it. I just prefer that he's able to do it with all three blades. I guess that's not necessarily a limitation based off what you just said, where he would be able to do it for multiple blades. If it's ever a situation where you can only do it for one, like I don't know if I'll like that. But I don't have much pushback for that. Yeah, Larry.
So the closest information we've ever received about Black Blades was from Onimaru when he was fighting Zoro and Ringo during Wano's arc. And when he was questioning Zoro, he was like, yo, why do you have Shusui? That's like Ryuma's sword. That's like a blade he built to be black through his history of battle. And then Zoro's like, so you saying that this was turned black because of, and then all of a sudden he's cut, away because Hiyori's being chased by Killer. And the closest we've ever gotten to having a black blade is the way you forge it is through just battle. And we know through battles, your Haki blossoms, right? So, this is how Shusui was blackened. We don't know necessarily what that truly means. Now, it's a very good guess because through battle, Haki also blossoms. So if those two have any correlation, that's it right there. Both need to be through a history of battle in order to grow stronger. As they say, with a black blade, it doesn't crack, it doesn't decay in any way. It just stays forged that way for basically all time. And that's kind of like what we've seen with willpower too, through Joy Boy's Haki knot with an Emmett, or just like even the poneglyphs,
yeah.
where we could write on poneglyphs because of Haki, or even when Roger was saying, "Yo, I hear something coming from that poneglyph." It sounds like, you know, something like he was using Haki, but he felt Haki coming from it. So in my opinion, I think you're absolutely right. I think that you need to have some sort of Haki. I don't necessarily think it has to be Conqueror's Haki. I just think that you have to have a strong enough will to imbue into the sword. That way it retains it. And I think that's what would make you very powerful, because it's kind of like being in sync with your sword. So we saw that with like Bleach when Ichigo was having a hard time with Getsuga. I think that's his sword's name. But then he was also
No. The sword's name is Sangetsu. The Getsuga is the move he does.
Yes. So it's the same way with Enma. So Enma was just stated to be like a very hard sword to like control, because it axed a lot from Zoro and he had to give a lot in order to tame it. And I think that because each sword has a personality, you also have to be in tuned with the specific sword's wants and needs. So I think that it's very possible, like Sebastian said, it's come across the table at Topped a couple times, like that theory. But I do agree.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, to answer one thing, or to add on to one thing you said, uh, you said that you don't necessarily believe that you would need Conqueror's Haki to permanently blacken a blade, correct? Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, I think you would have to, because what would be the difference in like temporarily blackening your blade, like we have seen a lot of people do, and then permanently? I mean, I think that you need some type of like other very specific thing to be able to do so. No, I mean, could like, let's say if you have another armament Haki user, or even a very good armament Haki user, do you think in your mind that would be possible? I mean, just to permanently blacken your blade? Because I
Um,
don't really see it.
so I think the thought process for me is, as long as you're in tuned with your blade, then it's completely possible with
Mm.
Haki. Like, it doesn't have to be Conqueror's Haki. And I think this is why the people of Wano were so well equipped to write on poneglyphs, and also that they knew about Ryo, like on a basic level. Like Hyogiro knew Ryo. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he wasn't anything
yeah, he
special.
did.
He was just like a regular mob boss. Like he wasn't like the Akazaya 9 who also knew Ryo. Like this was a common trait amongst the people of Wano to know this specific type of special armament Haki. So for me, it's like I can see not having conquerors just blackening like like a low grade sword. Like it's possible, because Shusui wasn't a supreme grade blade. It was a great blade. You know what I'm saying? Like it got turned into a great blade and became part of the 21 because of Ryuma blackening the blade and, you know, his strength. So from the way I see it, I don't think you need to have conquerors Haki. Does it help? Absolutely. But I don't think you need it.
Uh, the reason I also said it was because of the whole like what Conqueror's Haki to us. I mean, it has looked like a lot of different stuff, to be honest, at this point. But usually, I would say it's this black reddish lightning, and I thought of it like, oh, it's the black lightning. Like if you pour that into the blade, it would become black, right? If you know what I mean. Like that was my thought process behind the whole blackening the blade with the Conqueror's Haki.
But you know what's
So like,
funny? Even regular Haki, like Haki hardening for like armament, is also black. So it's like, I mean, I just think that it's just
yeah,
Haki overall, you
isn't it
know?
more? Isn't it more like gray, or maybe it's black? Yeah, you're probably right. But
Yeah,
yeah.
because Luffy used armament Haki to blow up his arm to turn G4, you know, to fight
Yeah,
Dofi.
it's
There was a
true. It's
couple other
true.
times armament Haki. Yeah, so I'm like, I think this the one thing I'll say this, I think having a black blade is very important because it explains the swordsman's swordsmanship and commitment to the blade. But
Mm.
if Conqueror's Haki was all that was needed in order to turn the black blade, then people like Rox, Roger, Shanks, Odin would have that particular way of turning their swords. Like having a black blade would be so
Yeah,
much more common. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's
but
just Conqueror's Haki. I think that there's literally like you can just use it without Conqueror's Haki.
yeah,
I'd argue the opposite, Larry. If you could blacken a blade with just regular armament Haki, or at least some advanced version of armament Haki, then we'd see more of that. No, like the DX's original point was that it's extremely rare for people to be conquerors, and
Yeah.
it's even rarer to see black blades.
yes, yes.
So it's like that's why he made that original correlation. That's why most people make that original correlation. If you could use armament Haki to blacken them, I'd say we'd see way more black blades out here because armament Haki is just way more common, just based off the map.
And also to your point, Larry, right? To with the whole Rox, Roger, all of that stuff. Like my thing was like you kind of sacrifice the Haki in a way. Like there are some things with the Haki, like we've seen Shanks do and other people do, that you can't do anymore if you give it up to the blade, if you dedicate yourself to the blade, right?
Yeah.
And I don't view personally Rox and Roger, I don't
Swordsman?
view them as swordsmen in the same way that, Mihawk probably views swordsmen or Zoro probably views swordsmen. You understand what I'm saying? Like they were not, in my eyes, swordsmen like that. They were guys with a sword who were ridiculously strong with Haki and stuff like that. But I don't think if they had a choice, let's say, to blacken their blade, I don't think they even would do it because they are not willing to just sacrifice their Haki like that.
Yeah.
At least my personal opinion with that. Even if they could, I'm not saying they can do it, but even if they could, I don't think they would do it.
You know it's gonna be. I don't mean to like. I don't mean to
Go on,
disrespect. I don't mean to disrespect because this just is me being super ignorant. But like, yo, what tells us that Ryuma had conquerors? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
like, let's keep it a buck, yo. Let's keep it a buck, yo. What tells us that Ryuma had conquerors, bro?
I can see Seth's face, bro. I can see Seth's
Listen, bro.
I mean, bro.
You just chatting now, bro.
Yo, listen.
You just chatting, bro.
Larry,
Listen,
Larry,
bro.
Larry, you on your podcast this Monday, I watch everything. Hilarious, by the way. I watched it, and you dealt in probability. You were like, what's more likely? Is this more likely, or is that more likely?
Thank you.
Two-step.
Yes.
You did that to Seth. You were like,
Thank
what's
you.
more likely? You cannot sit here and be like, what's more likely? Ryuma being a conqueror? Bro, what are you talking about? It's more likely that he's a conqueror.
Hold on. Listen to me.
Come on, man.
Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we really gonna go through it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dude's resume is kind of... Hold on. The dude's resume is kind of bad, yo. Like, his resume is terrible, bro. Like, we saying, the greatest thing he's ever done was cut down a dragon, bro. Like, my God, yo.
That's not all Ryuma has done. What are you talking about? Ryuma has a much steeper resume than that.
Yo, damn, yo. Can't believe it.
Bro, Ryuma became a legendary swordsman to the point that the world went, yo, we're not touching Wano. That's not just, I cut some dragon's head off one time. That is the definition of what Rayleigh was talking about. Conqueror's Haki users are the people that have created world-renowned fame and stuff like that.
All right, so like, was it Ryuma that stopped majority of people coming to Wano, or was it Wano's defenses?
Oh, Larry, you gotta be trolling at this point. Like,
He's trolling, bro. He's trolling.
You gotta. Like, I hear you laughing on the other side, bro. Like, you're not serious. Like,
listen, bro.
I mean, I don't think you get that legendary status if the only thing you have ever done one time was like cut off the head of a like punk hazard dragon, bro. Like, that's not the case, bro. Like, that's not the case.
Listen.
Like, I mean. Nah, bro.
I ain't see any swordsmen of any particular might on the mural within the past. You know what I'm saying? I, I, I ain't seen
going to the
none about
mural, bro.
Ryuma and the Harley text. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even say, we don't even know if Ryuma was born during Joy Boy's time. He might have been born slightly before Nolan's time. You know what I'm saying?
We do see we see a swordsman on the mural. Like we see that.
Nah, we don't see no swordsman on the mural, bro.
Swordsman on the mural.
There's like 3 swordsmen.
I'm gonna say, Larry, all I'm gonna say is you was the one that said to Seb, what's more likely? What's the probability? What's the percentage? Okay? Yeah, you cannot sit there and tell me, oh, bro, this man's resume was not like that, and that's the reason he's don't. Nah, bro, what do you mean? He's a legendary samurai.
Let's keep it a buck, yo. Let's keep it a buck. What Ryuma really do? All right? What he really do for the world, bro?
Odin had Conqueror's Haki. Ryuma's way more respected than
You know
Odin.
what? You know what's killing me right now about this?
Low-key, DX? Odin over Ryuma, bro. I'm going to say it right now, bro. Bro found the One Piece. You know what I'm saying? Bro. He fought the world's strongest man.
Larry. Would you say before the Egghead Haki blast from Joy Boy, would you say like, oh, Luffy over Joy Boy? Like, would you have said that?
Nah.
Nah. Why?
All I know is, right? Y'all be
status, Larry, because of what he did.
Y'all be praising.
Larry just not being consistent. It's okay.
Listen, bro, y'all be praising Black Blades, right? But when Zoro touched the Black Blade, he ain't get no power up.
Seth, you know what you're dealing with on daily?
It's what I deal with on a daily, bro. On a daily
basis. You know what I'm saying?
Larry, I often like your takes, man. Like, often you're logical, but what is this, bro?
Listen,
the one
man.
time I'm on, you're doing this, bro.
Nah,
one time I'm on.
Nah, DX, real talk. Tell me right now, bro. What sword would you rather have in your hand? Enma or Shusui, bro?
You're, oh my god, bro.
Nah, answer the question.
Nah, bro.
Answer the question, bro. Answer the question, bro.
You're so petty, you know. You're so petty, you know. That's crazy, bro.
Listen, yo, can we put a poll? What sword would y'all rather have? Shusui or would you rather have Enma? That's all I want to know. See, the thing is, if you can't say Shusui off rip, then what's a blackened blade, bro? Except a prop.
But bro, Larry, my whole thing was that if you permanently blacken your blade, the blade would respond to the owner who gave the Haki. Let's say, like, it's not his Haki. If what I'm saying is correct, it was Ryuma's Conqueror's Haki. Zoro can't use another guy's Haki. You get what I'm saying? You can only use the Haki if you were the one who poured all of it into said blade, right?
Yeah.
That is probably why that Shisui wasn't anything crazy when we saw Zoro use it, because it was not his black blade.
Talk to him.
Listen, bro.
Talk to him.
Bro,
it just.
Bro,
why?
I'm just saying, bro.
Why you gotta put Yoru in the poll? Why?
Because people in the chat was bringing up Yoru. My fault.
Damn, I was trying to prove a point.
I mean, Emma's still winning. So.
Listen, man. All I see is if Emma's winning in this poll right now. Listen, we got 2 black blades, man.
That doesn't mean anything, Larry. That Emma is pulling. It literally doesn't mean Emma is a cool sword. Congratulations, bro. What do you mean?
All right, I got you. Listen, DX, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad we got you back in the chat. Sorry about before, brother.
Nah, Larry, don't. It's fine. Shit happens, and thank you for getting me in. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
Thank you for getting me in here fast. It's not that late, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time whenever.
All right, see you, DX. Take care, brother.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye. Yo, Emma really winning this poll. This is so funny.
Yo, Larry, I have a question for you real quick.
Yeah.
I keep hearing like Halloween noises whenever I make any action on Discord.
Guess what?
How do I stop that?
It's Discord and it's October, bro. Deal with it.
No, bro, it's in my ear. That's all I hear. It's annoying as hell. Like, why is that happening?
I don't know, bro. I don't. You gotta talk to
Yo,
Nick?
somebody in the chat, tell me how I stop this. It's mad annoying.
Before we get to the next person, real quick. Let's just do
Okay.
these. So VillainDJuice, I think I called out those 5 gifted memberships.
Yeah.
Abanab with the 5 says, about to be a goated podcast as always. It's not a podcast this episode. Flamingo Games with the Shichibuka status. Thank you. Anime NYCAnimeNerd says, sorry, y'all getting another nerd theory today. Second, y'all throw the Nakama fist up for Nerd Taku, who is becoming a father tomorrow. Yeah, shout out to our boy. Aliyah Tusabes with a 5 says, Seb, you got to trade an abysmally written One Piece ending for the Giants Super Bowl, Yankees World Series, and Knicks Finals win all in the same year. Gotta go to work, but the same hockey ability Gabon uses to hurt the Holy Knights is the same ability that makes Blaze black. Calling it now. Could be.
Oh man. So abysmally written One Piece ending. Giants, but I get the Giants, Yankees, and Knicks all winning a chip in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
I think the One Piece got to take the L, bro.
Okay, bro. VillainDJuice with a 5 says, Larry being a menace making up for crashing on us last week. Hashtag what's more likely? Hashtag Roger leaves this flashback. Hashtag Pirate King supremacy. Thank you so much for everything you're doing, Villain. You're literally going off. Thank you. All right, Seb, let's bring in the next person.
All right. I believe when we had talked earlier, it was going to be Lex. He was like the first person I had seen in there.
Okay.
So let's get Lex in here. Lex, you there?
Seb!
What's going on, man?
Sorry about that. What up, G? How are you?
Hey, what's up,
chilling,
man? How are you?
I'm good. Yo, I'm good. I got home from work not too long ago. I'm about to play some Borderlands 4, so you know that's what's up. Yo, thank you guys for answering my question yesterday on the podcast. The podcast was awesome yesterday. The question was, if you could fuse any animes with One Piece, what would it be? I loved all your answers. Especially what was the guest name again? Like an anime.
Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I honestly I love it. I love getting put onto new channels from you guys, you know, new creator, like other creators. And also I know I'm sidetracking. I love seeing like people that I've been seeing for years collab with you guys, like RTTV. When I saw you guys collab, I was like, yo, my God, it's the boys. You know what I mean? and like Rob is a whole character. But yeah. But anyways, but going back to the fusion thing, bro. So you know what we were talking about yesterday about like One Piece, if you could fuse it with something else or like do a spin-off or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, check it out. If I could do a spin-off with One Piece, you do it with all the characters from other series that can stretch. You know what I mean? So you put in Plastic Man from DC, you put in Jake from Adventure Time, you put in Mr. Fantastic from you put all the universes together, Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four, right? And so my idea for this movie, hear me out. Instead of the Speed Force, we already have the Speed Force in DC, right? We even have the Strength Force. Now we got the Stretch Force. You feel me? We got Plastic Man. We got Luffy. We got freaking Jake from Adventure Time. That's money, bro. See that? I gotta go to Hollywood with that idea because not kidding. But yeah, I just and I liked all your answers yesterday with the Hajime no Ippo one was honestly my favorite one because I'm a huge Ippo fan. But yeah, I just I don't know. Honestly, like I can't wait for the next debate. I honestly had a really good idea for you guys before I go. Can I pitch it really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so check it out. Whenever you guys are done you know how you guys do like the debates between like who wins, Fujitaro versus this person, Kizaru versus this person. So when you guys are done and you do all the characters, we do the multiverse saga. We go and we do Luffy versus Goku, Luffy versus Sailor Moon. You know what I mean? Because I heard she's pretty OP. You feel me? So I'm just pitching ideas. I'm just in the writers' room. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I just thought that was a really good idea, a funny idea. If you guys ever want to go with that, shout me out. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys have a great night. Sorry to bother you. Y'all have a good one. All right.
All right, you too, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
man.
Anytime.
Yo, Lex always got that energy, bro. I love it. All right. Next, I know Eclipse was in here early along with Lex, so let's get Eclipse up in here.
Yeah.
Eclipse, you there?
Oh boy. Hello.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm doing good. I was just gonna say I was just about to step away.
Oh,
I was gonna say y'all grab someone else real quick. I was just about to step away. I heard the dun come up and I was like, wait, they grabbed me, didn't they?
All right.
so wait, you need us to grab someone else? So we'll
Yeah. Can y'all grab someone? I need to go step away real quick.
No,
I was
okay.
just about to go
Yeah.
step away.
Sorry
All
about
right.
that, man.
No, you're
No,
good.
you guys are good. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for everything y'all do.
Oh, thank you. God, so
Oh,
sweet.
let's get Flamingo in here then.
So sweet.
Flamingo, you there? Flamingo going once. Flamingo going twice. All right, we'll drop Flamingo too. All right, let's get oh, I saw Flamingo get off deafened.
Can
Flamingo,
you hear me?
you back? Here we go. Yeah, we can hear you, man. What's up?
Yeah, hey. Good. How you guys doing?
Doing good,
Chilling,
man. How's everything with you?
Nice. So I wrote. Wait, what? What?
You all right?
You good?
I thought you. Yeah. Hey, I thought you heard me. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, hold on. I need to mute you on YouTube.
Okay.
There you go. So I wrote theory about Frankie.
Okay.
And I wrote it as an narrative essay because I know that Larry likes it if you write it down and stuff.
I do. Thank you.
So I'm gonna go ahead and read it off if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead, man. So you said it's a Frankie theory?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the theory is called the blueprint buried in steel. Frankie, the Strawhead shipwright, is more than just a cyborg. With a flare of cola and explosions, he's living vault of history, carrying within him one of the most dangerous secrets of the old world, the blueprints of Bluton, the ancient weapon said to rival the power of gods. And while he burned the physical blueprints at Annie's lobby, that doesn't mean they're truly gone. During the 2-year time skip, Frankie didn't just upgrade his body, he rebuilt himself using Vegapunk's own technology. He lived in the scientist's old lab, studied his blueprints, and became something more than just human. A living piece of science directly connected to the greatest minds in the One Piece world. But that connection is a double-edged sword. Enter York, the treacherous clone of Vegapunk. Her goal is to survive and luxury, to ascend into the ranks of the celestial dragons, to stand beside the world's rulers, and to reach that height, she'll need leverage. She'll need something the world government desires above all else. York, through her Vegapunk-derived knowledge, could exploit Frankie's cybernetic body to extract the blueprint of Bluton. After all, his body is built from the same science that birthed the Seraphim and Pacifista. His systems are likely compatible with Vegapunk's own data technology, If someone could access what Frankie burned years ago, it would be her. York discovers a way to connect directly to Frankie's systems, sending him images of Tom, still alive, suffering in captivity. Along with comes the message, meet with me alone or Tom dies. And just like and just like the others before him, Frankie's separation won't come from betrayal or conflict, it's from guilt. Haunted by guilt and desperate to make things right, Frankie hides the truth from the crew and goes to meet her. By the time Luffy realizes what happened, it's already too late. York has extracted the blueprints of Bluton from Frankie's mind, and the gears of the next great conflict are turning. Frankie's stories has always been about legacy and carrying on the will of his master and the dream of building a ship that sails to the end of the world. But what happens when legacy becomes the spark of a new era of destruction? His guilt, his loyalty, and his mechanical heart will be tested in ways he never imagined. And somewhere deep within his steel frame, he hopes to overcome his past and show his mentor that he can be proud of the man he has become. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. I like the idea of York stealing the blueprints from Frankie because he probably made himself out of the blueprints of Pluton. That's interesting.
So I do like it as a interesting like plot twist, right? But I don't think that Frankie has extreme guilt over Tom anymore because of what Tom said to him after it was all going down. Like Tom's whole messaging to Frankie was something along the lines of how to say this? Like you're not guilty for being alive, and the creations that you have aren't like they're not your sins. Like you can create weapons, you can create whatever, but they're not your sins. So I don't know that she would be able to actually manipulate Frankie in that way.
You think
that was
so?
Yeah, I don't know that. So similar to how Robin had the visions of Clover and O'Hara and her mom and I'm trying to remember who else was on there that she had seen. And saw at Onigashima when Black Maria tried to manipulate her with her visions, but she was able to overcome that. I think Frankie would have a similar situation where he'd say, "Hey, I know Tom's gone, and I don't still feel guilty because of the speech that he gave when he got arrested." So I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking or underthinking how Tom could how York could be able to use Tom to manipulate Frankie. I do like the angle. I do like the idea of the world government getting access to Pluton, but I don't know if I love the way we got there here. If that makes sense.
that was the most difficult part thinking about. I was thinking about how York could access or gain access to Frankie, how she would lure him in and separate him from the pirate crew. Because one part I left out because I didn't want to make it too long was that there's a pattern happening in the story where a crew member leaves the crew for reasons and then rejoins later. We had it with Usopp, Nami. We had it with
Robin,
Sanji.
yeah.
Right. So everybody left for something that happened in the past, and then Luffy kind of busted them back out, and they rejoined the crew. And I think that is what's happening. That is Frankie's part. That is where Frankie's basically leaving, and stuff happens, and then he's basically coming back. I think that is what's gonna happen. If it's through Tom, I don't know. I thought Tom might be the strongest thing that they could use against Frankie to lure him in. I just couldn't think of anything better than that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Larry?
No, I love the idea of just York trying to trick Frankie into giving up the blueprints through any kind of means. I do like the deception. So I always thought that Frankie could be hacked. A little bit.
Hacking Frankie's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, just because he's cybernetic, right? Like he isn't the genius that Vegapunk is, which York is just Vegapunk at the end of the day, right? Just a different part of his personality. But if he's smarter than Frankie, then I could see Frankie being hacked, and that is a way that Frankie's will is tested because now he has to fight against his own cybernetics. And he willingly probably well, he doesn't willingly, but York is able to hack him and then present false images to Frankie about Tom. And I can see how that would piss Frankie off and want to like go after her. I think that would be interesting. And if anything, he brings like Lilith with him just as a precaution. But I get what you're saying. I think it's very interesting, though. I think what you brought up brings up a lot of interesting thoughts for me on the talking table. So I want to say great job, too, on just like writing it all out and getting your thoughts out. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody have that type of thought process. So I love these call streams for that reason. Yeah, I bring these new like perspectives and things to the table that are just so dope, man. And you took the time to write it out, so thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, I did want to ask Flamingo, where are you from? Because that doesn't sound like an American accent.
Oh, Germany.
Germany. Oh, okay.
Hey, shout out to Germany.
I live in the U.S. but I grew up in Germany. Yeah.
Listen, bro, you guys created hamburgers, bro. So I mess with Germany heavy, bro.
I'll take it.
Well, thank you so much for staying up and being a part of our stream. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. You guys are awesome. I enjoy the show. I enjoy the podcast and everything you created. So I'm glad being a part of it.
Thank you, brother. I hope you have a good one.
Thanks. You as well. Take care.
All right, take care. That was so interesting. I really didn't think about Frankie being hacked like that. Let's do the fan funding real quick. We got OPB with the Czar 14 says during raid, Killer versus pre-awakened Sanji. During raid?
I'm going Sanji, but yeah, I knew that already.
Pre-awakened?
Yeah.
I'll go Killer. Post-awakened? Sanji, for sure.
My thing is, I know Killer wasn't in his right state of mind, but I did see Killer take an L to Zoro. And Zoro was technically handicapped as well there, right? So, I don't know. I like Killer. I think he's strong. I don't know if we're ever supposed to view him as like a top tier. And I know Sanji's not a top tier, but like...
Sub.
Yeah.
He was on that rooftop. Sanji wasn't.
Okay. Yo, so Killer beats King now? King wasn't on that rooftop?
Nah, you can't do that. You know that's not
You literally just did that.
Nah, bro.
You literally just did that.
Listen,
2
bro.
seconds ago.
Listen, bro. I'm
asking you, does he beat King?
You're trolling back, and it was a good move. No, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to say thank you to Vimsk1. They subscribed to Prime membership on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, it's basically free on Twitch to get the no ads. But either or, you guys could chill. Everybody that's on TikTok who gifted us as well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we hope everybody that's on all the platforms we're multi-streaming to right now is enjoying themselves. So we love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I was literally about to say shout out to Vimsky. Or Vimsky. Oh yeah, so
my bad.
Yeah, shout out to the Twitch viewers. That's all the soups, right?
Yeah. Let's get that next person.
Let's get back to it. I'll get KingAlkazar in here. Alkazar, are you there? Alkazar going once. Alkazar going twice. All right, let's get Pulseman in here then.
Listen, bro, he was gooning.
Pulseman, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm still at work, so I might have to get passed over.
Oh my god, y'all killing me.
That's
Hi,
alright, bro. Cute dog, by the way. Is that your dog?
Yeah, that's my dog. His name is Draco.
Draco?
That's a
Yeah.
wild name for a dog, bro.
I ain't the one that decided it. It's the wife's decision. I just gotta go along with it.
That's all right,
bro.
man.
No, that's cool.
All right,
I
I'll keep
guess
listening. All right.
All right.
when you come available, just ping me on Discord.
How do I do that?
Just send me a DM.
Word. All right. Sounds good. See you guys.
All right.
All right.
I see Alcazar went off mute, so let's get Alcazar back.
Yeah,
in here.
Daniel Jackson with the 2 says, "What made you guys want to start a podcast?" Basically, Sebastian and his brothers.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Alcazar, what's up, bro?
Pleasure to be here.
Oh, pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining.
Yes, appreciate you. So we're kind of just sharing our base ideas, right?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do, it's your time.
Yeah, you get to talk to us.
So one thing that I wanted to bring attention to was a parallel I noticed within the One Piece story in a ancient mythos. So we hear from we've heard from Oda or that Luffy would be South American. So there's a lot of South American influence going into Luffy's character, into Garp's character, into Dragon's character. So in South American, ancient religion, there's the Aztec religion, and it's curious because it's hard to find theory videos about the Aztec religion in the One Piece specifically, which is strange to me. Anyway, within the Aztec religion, their mythos consists of different worlds. So in their mythos, worlds start, they run, and then they're destroyed. Within the Aztec mythos, there's 5 suns. Each sun represents a different world. Each world is called a sun. The first sun was ruled by a jaguar. And it's interesting. So the first sun was ruled by a jaguar god. The second sun was ruled by Quetzalcoatl. So Quetzalcoatl came into power because he knocked the jaguar out of the sky. So the jaguar was the former sun, and basically the sun is the current god of that age. So Quetzalcoatl was like the jaguar god's brother, and he knocks him out the sky. And it makes me think of the mural, how the serpent is fighting the dragon. So within the Aztec religion, there's 5 suns, but I think Oda took inspiration from that and compressed them. So in the third sun, hold on one second. I had this up.
No, you're good.
Yes. So one thing that's interesting is that when Quetzalcoatl knocked the first god out of the sky, he became jaguars. And those jaguars, so at the time, giants ruled the earth. And then those jaguars ate the giants. And then the second world started. And then Quetzalcoatl ruled, and then humans became turkeys after Quetzalcoatl ruled. And then the rain god ruled next after Quetzalcoatl, the rain god. Yes, the rain god ruled. And then I'm forgetting what humans became after Donatia, which was the rain god. But after the rain god, the sea goddess ruled. And the sea goddess, she came into power after, the sea god came into power after the rain god, basically he destroyed the world by accident in fire. And that was the third sun. And it makes me think of the mural, how it said that the world ended in a great fire. And then the second mural mentioned a flood, or the second story mentioned a flood and how the sea goddess was enraged. And the fifth sun, I'm mixing them up. Okay, so the fourth sun was ruled by the rain god. The fifth sun was ruled by the water goddess. So when the water goddess, she became mad because she was accused of something, but she turned humans into fish. So in the previous one, humans became turkeys. So basically, I took the Aztec religion, and when I compare it to the One Piece religion, I think that the turkeys represents the angels. So I think in the first world, the serpent and that dragon, they fought. In the mural, it said that the serpent wrapped the world in a great fire. I think that the red line is partially or maybe fully that serpent. That's what I think. And I think that the dragon, the Aztec religion turned into turkeys. I think the sun god took the dragon somehow and used the dragon to turn some humans into Lunarians and sent them to the, or maybe different types of angels, and sent them to the moon because the world was destroyed.
Yeah.
And then in the second world, that's when the fishmen were created because the world got destroyed again. And basically, whether the sun god or somebody else, or maybe the sea god, was like, well, you can't live on land now. So I'm going to adapt you because Joy Boy's power, he could probably literally turn you into a fisherman. I'm going to adapt you to this environment so you can live under the sea. But when the world is recovered, I'll bring you back up so you can live on the surface again. So I think this is how the races were created. And the fifth sun, the sun now in the Aztec religion, is ruled by the sun god. And this world is destined to end in earthquakes, which makes me think of Blackbeard. So I think that is saying Blackbeard is going to be the one to destroy the red line. That's what I think, just because of that Aztec religion. So I really recommend anybody to compare the Aztec religion to the One Piece mural. There's so many similarities. The Aztec religion, they have the rain god, the sun god, and all of the similarities that you see in the mural. So, and I don't see many people talking about it, so that's what I wanted to share.
Okay. So this is a very interesting theory. I don't really have knowledge of, to be honest, but I really love the fact that like you deep dive and made these awesome connections, and you literally were cooking. I'd
Appreciate you.
I'd love to hear this again, but I want you to write it out. That way, it's presented in a way where like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can, because it's hard to like picture these things without like some type of like following. But
Yes,
this
I
is
understand.
this is something I'm probably gonna look up after the stream is over or like when I got free time. So this is great, man. I just gotta look into it because I don't, if there are this many connections as you've pointed out, I can see like what you're trying to say. Like it definitely can happen. No lie.
There's so much there. That's why it's so hard to get it all out. Because again, the rain god, they have the sun god, they have the great flood, they have the great fire. So
Well, that's what I wanted to mention too. What I really liked is that had a theory that the previous Poseidon was the one to create the calm belt around the world. That's why the Neptunians
mm,
only stay within it. And when you said that the Aztec mythos, I think it was the sea woman or what was it? The fish god?
the sea goddess,
The sea goddess.
she turned
Yes.
humans into fish.
Yeah, she turned humans into fish. It'd be very surprising to see if like her power had some type of manipulation on humans to where like she could give them fish powers. That would be very interesting, and that's the reason why we have fishmen, because it never said that fishman's lineage goes to the first world. We only know
It
that
does.
there was only a Poseidon during Joy Boy's time. It's never spoken like there was something before that, and we didn't see it in the mural either, right? We only see that there's a fish woman in the third world. So it's very interesting, bro. I think it's pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely think there's something there, especially with the how Dragon and Luffy are supposed to be South American. I think there's definitely something there. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. I don't have much else.
Oh no,
No,
Alcazar, I thought that was great. I will say we say it all the time, even as a joke, that Oda be biting. But he always references like, the Bible and other cultures and folklore of other, cultures around the world. So I definitely can see some Aztec symbolism in the story. I'm not well versed in the Aztec or in their culture, similar to how Larry said. So I'd have to do some more research. But I did like the worlds correlation that you had brought up. And as far as Blackbeard being the one to destroy the red line, that's very interesting because I've always thought it would be Luffy. Because I think it does need to be torn down. But it being Blackbeard could be really, really dope as a really, really dope twist. I don't think a lot of people have. I mean, I haven't really seen that highlighted as a thing that could happen. So I'd be with it. I've always thought that I'd like to see Blackbeard and Luffy go down before Luffy takes his sights onto the world government. So I always thought the red line would come after Blackbeard's defeated. But if it is all happening kind of together at the same time, and maybe their fight just causes that, that could be cool too. So
I can see that as well.
yeah, with Blackbeard targeting the world and him being Rox's son now, like there should definitely be some connection or some, you know, how do I say this? He should start progressing towards that goal a little bit, and him taking down the red line could be his mark, the mark he makes on the world. That
it could be like
it.
It could be his. You know how Rox destroyed the gates of justice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Blackbeard hasn't done anything like that, and it would really be nice to see Blackbeard reach that level of Rox. Maybe not surpass, but at least reach that level of feats of doing something like destroying the gates of justice. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was dope. I thought of El Dorado, but I don't believe that that's Aztec culture. I think that's it's like Colombian culture, right? I think I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but I thought El Dorado and Shandora. So
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely some connections.
The
But
Aztec
Alcazar,
religion, yeah, it's one of the most detailed. So there's so much to look into. But yeah, thank you guys. I look forward to being on here again.
Yeah, thank you, King. Appreciate you, brother.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Trying to leave.
Oh, my fault. I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hold on one second. Jay Moore gave us 200 bits on Twitch and said, "Dogs, man, for real, love y'all. Praying for good health for all of y'all." Oh, thank you, man. Love to hear the great love. And then we got a couple follows from Jay Moore, Dragon Ball, Hollywood, and Sudan Pirate on Twitch. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's bring in the next person.
Yeah, Pulseman hit me back, so let's get Pulseman in here.
Okay.
All right, Pulseman, you there?
Yeah, I'm back. Let me all right. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Sorry, I just stepped into my car, fixing to drive away. How you guys doing this evening?
Doing good, brother.
Chilling, man.
How about you?
Cold. It's cold in my apartment.
Good, man. I was really surprised when they said doing this stream, so I'm trying to time everything perfectly, but I guess it didn't work out totally.
Yeah, our bad.
No, you're good, because like I gotta pick up my wife at 7, and so once that happens, you know, she don't want to hear nothing about One Piece. You know, I'm trying to hear. So get this real quick before I move on. So I just got her to get into One Piece a little bit. She did the live action, and then I got her on the anime. But guess where she's still stuck on? Alabasta. Right in the smack dab middle of Alabasta. I keep telling her to finish it.
How far into Alabasta is she? Who is she seeing? What is
in the middle?
I think they're like walking in the desert.
So Crocodile ain't even turned up for real yet. Ah, man.
Yeah, no, it's the part where they discovered that green powder that caused the rain.
Okay.
And
Dance powder.
Dance powder.
Yeah. So that's where she's stuck at. So
did Luffy punch Vivi in the face yet?
I ain't gonna lie, it's been a minute since I was watching it with her.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't think so?
I can't remember.
That happened yet.
I'm pretty sure I'll be memorable, you know, seeing Luffy hit a woman in front of my wife's eyes.
You gotta let us know her reaction to that one, man.
All right. We'll do one day. All right. So I have like a sentence theory, a mini theory, and then a semi fleshed out. Sadly, it's not written down, but I kind of have my points that I want to point out, and hopefully, you know, a response to any kind of rebuttals you guys have. This first one, it's just something I just came up with like yesterday. No, like today. So we know about Roger pretty much dying at an early age. I mean, well, without being executed, he was going to die regardless. All right, saying that he had an incurable disease. Now, taking the guess as to how to not get Domi reversed, what if his short lifespan was due to him being Domi reversed and then somehow brought back? What are your initial thoughts on that idea?
Absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Because it's Conqueror? Is that why?
I would struggle reading Roger being Domi reversed. I'm not gonna lie. I just would. I'd have a bone to pick with Oda. I'll say that much.
Okay. But he died too early, so it's like
it's not impossible though. Yeah.
No, I get what he means.
Okay.
I get what Sebastian means. We look at Roger in this aspect. He's just too great in order to fall to something so not great. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't match like his greatness. Like especially with what Rox is doing.
Right.
It's like, oh man, that doesn't look good on Roger. But I get you to explain why he would, listen, man, if Sebastian has said anything, bro, there's a 1% chance, bro. So he might have been caught off guard.
1%.
and like the jump on what you're saying, like, yeah, he's one of the greatest pirates in history, right up there with Joy Boy. And for him to have his lifespan be cut short so quickly, it's like, come on, like what kind of disease could bring a man like that down with such willpower?
The clap.
And so it's like
AIDS. You know what I'm saying?
So Roger died of AIDS. Got it.
That's not funny.
All right.
I mean, that's what they do to animate goats, bro.
That's not funny, bro. You could have just said
so you're saying he's
chlamydia.
So you guys saying he's an animated Fred Mercury?
Yeah, essentially.
All right. Next theory, bro.
Okay.
Well, you have to continue this one, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, that was the end of that one.
Okay, all right.
Because we're going to talk about AIDS for a long time. Okay. So this other one I came up with a few days ago about Roger, because you guys were talking about yesterday, I believe, about during Roger's execution, like I think you said it, Larry, like why would they let Roger speak before his execution? And while you were talking about that, it gave me an idea, like the idea of why was Roger executed? And my first question before I get into it is, besides him being the Pirate King, what specific things has he done to warrant a death penalty? Like, what do you guys think is the reason why?
Roger was executed? Why
I don't know if there needs to be more. I don't know if there needs to be more.
And I'm only saying because if that's the case, why do they have a bunch of pirates and Impel down? And then, of course, in level 6 with the most heinous pirates of all, why are they keeping them alive?
Mm-hmm.
So if, Roger, like if Roger is that level, even beyond, why not put him in there with them instead of, executing him? Why keep all these other dangerous criminals alive who, who am I kidding, are way worse than Roger in morals and ethics in general? Because, like, as we saw, Roger wasn't really a bad pirate. He, like Luffy, he wanted to live like he wanted.
Mm.
And so when I thought about it from that angle, it made me wonder, like, what else could it be? And then you also take Ace into account. Just because Ace is the son of Roger, why would that warrant a death penalty? And so it got me thinking, what about his lineage? Now, we know that Roger had a straw hat. Rox's father had a straw hat. And in a flashback giving us a peek at Joy Boy, he was wearing what seemed to be a straw hat as well, or something similar. And so my kind of theory is that in some way, he's somehow a descendant of Joy Boy. But not only that, and I don't know if it might be too cheesy since we already know that about Rock's lineage, but it could also be possible that Roger was also a Davey member. But I'm more jumping on the fact of him being a descendant of Joy Boy.
Okay.
And then it made me think of, when they go to Laugh Tale, why in the world did he laugh? Because I'm sure it's not the treasure and the stuff that made him laugh. It's most likely the information that was presented to him. What if he laughed when he found out that he was a descendant of Joy Boy, and he was part of that lineage? And that's probably why I said he wished he met Joy Boy to have that kind of discussion further, also while knowing about the truth of the world at the same time.
Okay.
And somehow the world government knew of his lineage as they knew of Rock's lineage, which is why they wanted him gone. Because they're so, bent on trying to get rid of any of that lineage, not only do they want Roger dead, but also Ace as well, because of his blood.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
You want to talk, Sub? Or I have something to say.
No, you go.
All right. So I think from the very beginning, I think the only reason Roger was executed was because, just like Ace, the world government wanted to send a message to everyone that no matter how far you go into the world, you're never going to be bigger than the program. And if you ever try to do something like this, just know that this will be the result of your actions. Because they could have kept Roger and Impel down. They could have kept Ace and Impel down and still chose to show the world with, cameras that this was it. This is what you're going to see. This is what everybody should feel. If they decide to do repeat this action that this individual did. As far as Roger just being a Davey clan member, possibly, or like Joy Boy's descendant, I'm not too sure if I like it, because I like the ability of somebody's will being passed down to somebody else. The same way like Ace's will was passed down to Luffy, or like even like Roger, who has no connection to Luffy, his will was passed down to Luffy. So I kind of like that aspect of it. I think once we start getting into like, you're related to this man, therefore like you're gonna be great, it starts getting a little like
It's fate?
Not only is it fate, but it's just like destiny playing a harder part through lineage. So like it gives me that Star Wars effect. Like, oh my God, Darth Vader had all this power, and then all of a sudden Luke Skywalker happens to be this guy who defeats him with all this power because they're related. I think if you're related, like you could be related, but I don't think that should hinge on how powerful or how important you should be towards the story. Yeah, I only like the aspect of Blackbeard possibly being Joy Boy's descendant through the Davey clan, if he is Davey D. Jones, because he tried to save the world. Meanwhile, later generations down his lineage, someone's born that wants to destroy the world. So I think that's poetry. I think that's great.
So like a generational Domi reversing in a sense. The flip side.
Yeah, in a way, I get you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I can't argue what you said. I mean, you bring out good points there. So that's especially the message part. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry echoed a lot of what I was gonna say about the destiny and just nepotism piece. Like we're already kind of in it, so like I'd probably preferred we go into the inherited will aspect of it. And to me, I think it just sends a stronger message. Like you don't have to be related to people. Like even Luffy, Ace, and Sabo aren't related, but they carry Ace's will. They're brothers. They're blood. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a stronger messaging. Yeah, there's a stronger messaging to me in found family in a story like One Piece than there is to, oh well, I'm the son of this guy, therefore I will be great. Like if that was the case, we should be reading Ace's story. You know what I mean? Not Luffy's. So there's just going to be differences in that. And overall, I don't know that Roger gains anything as a character if he's related to Joy Boy. Like, what does that do for him as a character, really? Like he's already considered the greatest pirate of all time because most people don't know about Joy Boy at all. And then it's like, nah, I'm only this great because I was the previous GOAT or first pirate's like long lost, like a great grandson. Like I don't know that does anything for Roger as a character personally. So I don't know. I wouldn't care for it. I'd be like whatever. Like it happened. It'd be a thing that happened. Like it wouldn't be a notable thing for Roger's resume or Roger's character to me, unless there's some deeper element there. Now, him being a Davey Clan member as a whole, like Lawrence has had his theory about each of the D Clan members' families have some significant role to play, and that Ace was actually a Gold D versus just the Portuguese D, and maybe the Gold family is something special or whatever. I think I might tap deeper into that or lean deeper into each family had some role to play in the First War or First World War or whatever, or Second War, Second World, I'm sorry, than I would him being directly Joy Boy's descendant. But that's still tapping into Nepo piece. So I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of that kind of storytelling, as it were. But
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense what you said, Larry, about one of you guys said about Roger being all great, and then you find out he's related to Joy Boy. It would kind of affect the idea of him doing it on his own, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Basically creating your own legacy and lineage, and story. So you're right, that would take that away from him. So that makes sense. Okay, all right. So the third and final thing, a few weeks back, I shared with you guys a Garp theory, to explain about why he didn't really do anything or why we're not seeing any reaction later down the road as after everything you saw in God Valley. You guys remember that, or do I need to give you like a brief sentence on it?
I remember, but you could sum it up for the people.
So yeah, the theory, so everyone listening, the theory was the reason why Garp didn't do anything, didn't use his title and his prominence or his influence, is because he didn't have any, because the title was fake. And that whatever happened had to be covered up. And they used him as, I guess, not a scapegoat, but like a patsy, I guess, covering up what really happened. And my thought was the only way for him to do it was to be forced. His hand being forced, threatening family, an entire island, whatever it was. And that was the theory. And after, however, as soon as I forgot which chapter it was the last few chapters. It was the one where Garp finally finds out what really happened on the island, as well as his reaction to all that craziness going on, especially seeing that Emu Saturn hybrid monstrosity. In the Japanese translations, I felt a lot more of Garp's heartache. Basically questioning justice and just the overall tone with the pictures. It felt, I was more inclined to really feel what he was feeling as compared to the English translation. The English was okay, but I preferred the Japanese. And so my mindset kind of started agreeing with Larry as to why, because I was like, why the heck did you not do anything despite having his hands tied, especially with the way he was reacting. And then this crazy thought in my mind came up, and it might sound crazy, but when I tell you, I'll explain. As far as anything past finding out about what the dragons were doing, anything after that, it's gonna be crazy. But what if Garp's memory was wiped? Now, like, what's your rebuttal before I continue?
No,
Sebastian
I don't have one
loves
yet.
it.
I don't have a rebuttal yet.
Loves amnesia.
I just I'm not an amnesia guy.
Okay.
but
Love
I
it.
forgot that. Because Seb hates it, right?
yeah.
Yup.
So, okay, Seb, hear me out.
Mhm.
So, here's what we know about. Here's what we know. Like I said about his overall expression during God's Valley, how he felt about, basically, it gave the impression of like, what's the point of being a Marine and being justice if this is going on? That's how I saw it. So we go from that to present day Garp, whole different attitude, trying to get the kids in the Marines, get everybody in the Marines, all for the Marines. When you take present and past Garp, it seems like a whole opposite effect, like he took a happy pill or something in the present day. It when I thought about it, it didn't match. And so I'm like, how in the world can you be all for justice in present day and basically keep being under this umbrella where evil is enveloped after seeing everything? Why do that? For me, the only way is, he forgot. But here's how. I don't know how, but it's a possibility. I believe somehow he lost his memory by means of the memo no mi, the memory fruit. The one Pudding has?
Yeah.
And with that fruit, we know that they're able to, tap into the memories and basically, snip and manipulate any memory that they desire. And the reason why I have a feeling that that's the case is because we know that Pudding never existed during that time, during God Valley. So somebody had to be in possession of that fruit, because that's how we know that there were previous possessors, previous users. And with a fruit like the memo no mi, it's an excellent fruit for the world government to utilize, because they can use it to, perform espionage, assassination, things like that. Like that's a fruit that they will benefit from. And so my idea is basically that Garp, after everything that happened, somehow came in contact with someone with the fruit, and, bada bing, bada boom. And then, of course, the world government, then made him the face of the Marines and this and that, without really him knowing it. And then to take it with what Larry said about him and Sengoku, doing something behind the scenes, that is possible by means of what happened pre-Emu.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of explaining like he was still taking action, but still not fully remembering what really happened. And then it ties into like a mini prediction. All right. Where is Garp right now?
Hachinosu.
And who's in Hachinosu? Some of the main ones.
Is Blackbeard still there? I don't know if he be leaving. He don't be home a lot.
Well, I mean, true, yeah. So there's Blackbeard, but we also got Aokiji and Pudding.
Mm-hmm. You saying he can get his memory back?
In a sense, either get his memory back, or by means of help with Aokiji, sift through the memories to really find out what's going on. Because we don't really know what Pudding's awakening is. My little idea is that maybe instead of just taking away, she might be able to restore, potentially restoring Garth's memories. But not only that, possibly, having Aokiji get the answers he's looking for. Because at this point, we're kind of iffy on what Aokiji's goal is.
Right.
But with everything that's going on, I think he's also trying to seek the truth, trying to find out what the world really is. And this could be a means of him getting closer to that truth. And maybe even then, Garp and Aokiji teaming up sometime in the future. Like, I don't know, like that kind of idea, like I like it. But, I know there's a lot of, little loopholes here and there, but like
it's a lot of
that's
moving
kind of
parts. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to it, but so here's the reason why I don't hate it. even though I hate Amnesia, if you want to paint a scenario where Garp is able to maintain his stay in the Marines, there's also random devil fruits on this island. He's going to witness something on the island that everyone has argued, why would you stay within the Marines if this is going on? So it could theoretically, like you're saying, answer all those questions. And then, like you said, with Pudding also being on Hachinosu and in the possession of the Blackbeard pirates, people have always said, or not always, but I've seen it a lot theorized that she would be able to give Garp his memories back, and that's how we would get something, right? God Valley flashback, etc. But in this way you're thinking, the God Valley flashback actually is the original Garp memory loss, and we would be giving Garp his memory back from what happened there. So I actually kind of like it. I hate Amnesia in general, but I kind of like this one. I'm not gonna lie, Pulse. You might be swaying me here, bro. You might be swaying me. Good job.
You know, a smart way of using Amnesia, not how they do with Sabo.
It's a little less contrived. You know what I'm saying? And it seems more organic that we would be able to get here this way, personally. My pushback, I guess, would be, and I guess you already kind of answered it, was the notion that Garp already has that he did. Okay, so if I remember correctly, Hina had said, or at least basically Garp's got the title of Hero of the Marines from the God Valley incident where he fought the Rocks Pirates, etc. And he seemingly never wanted to talk about it. So there's a memory of that happened there that Garp doesn't like. Garp doesn't talk about. Garp doesn't boast about. So even if his brain was wiped, there is some memory there that he's not willing to share with the people, or at least with his Marine cohorts. So I don't know if that's a mark on the theory as a whole, but there's another element here that we need to address or need to account for. But beyond that, I kind of like it. I like the tie-in with Pudding. I like the tie-in with Hachinosu. I like the tie-in with Garp being able to, because a lot of what people are saying is if Garp fights Emu or Rocks or whatever, how does he keep his job? If his memory's wiped and he's not actively fighting against Emu, he could definitely keep his job. Emu would be like, "Oh, bet we need strong dudes like that helping me out." So
especially if you got a clean slate in the head,
exactly
without knowing.
Somebody mentioned Umbrella Academy in the comments, so that's pretty funny. That would be kind of how it went down with Garp. But I don't know, Larry. Do you have anything for this one?
I don't know, man. I kind of don't like it. I'm gonna give it a buck. I think it's really good. I think the way he involves Amnesia, basically, into the story is really, really done well. Better than Wano, Big Mom, Sabo, Dressrosa. But I want to feel Garp's... Garp has to have that talk with Dragon, like after God Valley happens. And for me, it's very important that him and Dragon have this conversation amongst each other. And all memories are legit and real, and they start to question themselves regarding what do we do moving forward. Garp decides to stay, Dragon decides to leave. There's a huge confrontation for both of them. Garp's very disappointed, yada yada, right? So I need that. For me personally, like even if yours is a better story, I'm being super selfish and I really need that confrontation from both of them. I think God Valley is amazing, but if that's not my strawberry on top of my cake, my cupcake, I think I'm gonna be a little negative. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I might be a little negative. So no, but that was I think you did well too, bro. You guys have all been hitting today, so good-ish, bro.
Thank you. And it's funny what you were saying exactly what Seb said. So now on yours, Larry, they could possibly have that same conversation because, like I said, like I don't know when this could potentially happen. Like this can be after that confrontation, possibly. Also, I don't really think that all of his memories are going to be wiped because, like Seb was talking about, that he doesn't want to talk about his past because, like you said, Seb, it's because of what happened on God Valley. I still believe he still remembers the fact that the games were happening on the island, but anything further is a lot murky. And so, like, when Sengoku was saying, like, he hated the fact that he inadvertently protected the celestial dragons. Why? Because of what he saw, especially on God Valley, all those dead men, women, children. Like, that was not taken away. But, like, all the extra stuff that could really put a huge ding on the world government, I believe that element was taken away. And for you, Larry, like, that could still happen, mostly because in this point of the story, we don't know what Dragon's going to find out. We don't know if Dragon's going to also see Emu and Saturn and all this craziness. We don't know if the only thing he knows is the massacre and Dragon and Garp having that confrontation about the massacre. You know, so like, I agree 100% that they could still have that hashing out. But as far as what Dragon knows and what Garp knows, there might be a difference, especially now if what I say might come to fruition, you know? So yeah, that's kind of my, rebuttal on that part, I guess.
No, I appreciate it. Yo, Pulseman, man, you killed it. I just want to say thank you for joining, bro, and, being a part of the community. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, man. This guy Valley man's giving me fuel, man.
Yeah.
and a lot to talk about in the shower. So.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, brother.
All right, man. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
All right, man. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, before you bring in the next person, we got Joshua, who followed us on Twitch. Thank you so much. Manny D. Nika with the 5 says, how do I call in? I have an interesting theory and I got time. Here's my Sebi tax. The Discord link, it's in the live chat. I'm pretty sure people have posted it nonstop. Teabag with the 2 says, do you wish Straw Hats visiting a place without conflict? Probably
No.
Egghead low key for like, let them enjoy it a little bit more, bro.
Nah, man. I ain't for the slice of life Straw Hats, bro.
I get
I
you.
ain't for that. I want it to be up.
But thank you. S. Hagen has followed us on Twitch, and also ZN React has followed us. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. To everybody that's on TikTok, we love you. Thank you so much for all the gifts and likes, and also people on Instagram. Thank you so much for chilling with us. We appreciate you guys. So let's next person. Also, guys, moving forward, let's do one topic, okay? Because the multiple topics are, I don't want people to leave the chat that are waiting. I feel bad. So just one topic moving forward, okay, everybody?
All right. Let's get Stax Berto in here. Stax, you there?
Hey, what's up, Stax?
We lost Stax.
Left. How dare they?
Let's get Reaper in here.
How dare they?
Why is it not working?
You want me to pull him up?
Reaper? I got it. There we go. Reaper, you there?
Yo.
What's
His
up,
voice
bro?
gets deeper and deeper every time, bro. What's wrong with you,
This
bro?
has been the same every time we talk.
Oh,
Been the exact same.
it's not.
What's up, bro? How are you?
Nothing much. How y'all doing? Like
Oh,
this
pretty
stream,
good.
you know.
Thank you,
Like
man.
the stream, everyone.
What's your topic of discussion today? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I guess I wanted to just clarify to the community that Gear 5 is, in fact, not an advancement of Gear 4. It is Luffy tapping into, like, it is him using his own ability. Okay? People are viewing Gear 5 as an advancement of his power via the gears because it's in the gear, like, you know? But it's just as if he was to transform into his hybrid zone form.
Okay.
So theoretically, I feel like there could be another step past this form. He said that this is his peak, so maybe this is the peak. But I feel like after Zoan, there's 3. He could have a 3rd, if not a 4th being. But this is the Awakened. So I mean, so it could be just the peak of everything. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, it's not a gear. It's his Zoan ability. It's a transformation that he couldn't have done sooner, but he could have tapped into like somewhat if he does use Zoan abilities rather than using his power with Haki as it feels the Paramecia.
Okay.
That's the first thing I had to say.
Okay.
And people in the entrance wasn't really rocking with this one, but based on 1162, I was saying that a what if kind of thing. Kaido wasn't stopped by Shanks. Would he have helped the Whitebeard at Marineford?
I didn't quite follow that last part. I missed it.
Kaido wasn't stopped on his way to Marineford by Shanks, would he have sided with Whitebeard, or would he have been his own party trying to start a war, like most people seem to believe?
I don't know if he'd side with Whitebeard per se. Like that wouldn't be the goal. He would be like allying with Whitebeard to take down the world government / Marines. But it wouldn't be like, oh, I want to save Ace. Like he wouldn't care about that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like that's what Whitebeard's goal is about Ace.
But he would go there and he would kind of assist Whitebeard's side.
Yeah,
kind of.
he would be helping
I would
Whitebeard.
say he would align in goals. You know?
Yeah.
Like take Luffy out the frame, as we were saying, because technically Whitebeard didn't show up for Luffy's sake. He showed up to help Ace.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but there would have been more to Luffy's there would have been more on Luffy's side to help save Ace. And I also feel like there probably wouldn't have been any helping moment if that happened.
Yeah, we talked about this topic yesterday's episode actually. It was towards I think it was towards the end. I'm not too sure, but it was a question I was asked. But yeah, it depends. We don't know. We have to see what this next chapter is going to bring about, and then the end of God Valley, in order to determine what's the more likelihood of Kaido's actions towards Whitebeard. You know, because he was willing to murk Odin, knowing that Odin was a part of his crew, but that's not necessarily Whitebeard, right? That's just somebody that's like a part of Whitebeard's crew. So who knows, bro? At this point, I think it's very interesting to think that Kaido could have helped, but it's also interesting why he didn't want to help. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. But yeah, Reaper, your voice is getting deeper though. I don't know why you keep lying.
Well, you're the one that's lying to me. Anyways, all right, Sam. Love y'all. Have a great night.
All right, love you, man. Talk to you later.
I'm gonna see y'all.
All right, guys, I did want to say one thing. I noticed some conversation in chat. Absolutely no spoilers. I know leaks and stuff have come out. I haven't seen them. Larry hasn't seen them. I just see the no spoiler in the chat stuff. So, guys, you will be banned for life. We don't want that for anybody. We don't want that on Twitch. We don't want that on YouTube. We don't want that anywhere. So a lot of people haven't looked at any leaks or spoilers. There's no spoiler conversation whatsoever, guys.
Yeah. For all those that don't know, like the official chapter comes out on Sunday at 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if you guys aren't aware of that, that's when the official release is. Also, before we get the next person, Xavier with the 5 says, "Sup guys, welcome back, Seb. I think Dragon left Navy with Garp's blessing with a plan to take down the world government from both sides. Do we know who created Sword?" We suggested probably like 2 episodes back that maybe Garp and Sengoku after God Valley might have created Sword. So
I actually have a Sword creation theory, and I was wondering if you would prefer I say it on an episode like today, Larry, or save it for the actual pod?
Save it for the pod. Because I
Okay.
might want to chop that up, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you could highlight me and chop it up from here if need be. No, I'm kidding.
I like the way you look on the pod. All right, you look good. Your skin glistens a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got the reflection from your computer in your glass. That don't work, bro.
I could. Say
Nah,
no more.
man.
No?
Then you got
All
the blurry background. Nah, man. I need
right,
seven quality, bro.
Okay. All right, but I do have a sword creation theory. It isn't Garp. It isn't Sengoku. I'll say that. It's somebody else. So.
Yeah. All right. Next person.
Next up, let's get NYCAnimeNerd in here. He said he's got a short one this week, so we'll see. He was long-winded last go round, nerd.
What's up, nerd?
Yo, I got a short one tonight, I swear. But I feel you with the glasses. Everybody always says, like, when I do my post, they're like, why are you reading off a teleprompter? And I'm like, yo, it's literally just the reflection from my camera. But, so I have a quick thing before I get into my very short theory tonight. How would you guys feel about, so when Dory and Buggy become demons, they come up with new weapons. If black blades have something to do with that, like it's a soul into a blade.
Just get the paint out, like at that point. Just get the paint.
Just get the paint out. You're terrible, bro.
Audio is skipping out like every 3 seconds, right? Or am I tripping?
I'm
guys,
not hearing it at all.
let me know.
Do you guys not hear me?
No, I can hear you, but they're saying yeah, audio tripping for me too. Seb, are you able to go on and hear our audio and see if like our audio is tripping out?
Yeah, let me mute up and check. My bad.
Yeah. We can't hear him.
I couldn't hear Nerd for a second. He was showing his green and I couldn't hear him at all. But I think they were talking about our audio earlier because that was before, or maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, he's showing his green and I'm not hearing him.
Twilight was saying
talking. That was just me breathing heavily.
Okay.
That's a joke. Relax.
No, well, Twilight says the audio is fine.
Okay. So maybe
AR
just
is saying
Nerd.
it's fine. Young Vito says they're good.
Oh, they said y'all gotta get y'all Wi-Fi up, man. Sorry.
AWH said audio good. Mup is just got McDonald's Wi-Fi. Yo, bro, relax. Coming at people's Wi-Fi, but anyway, nerd. I see that there might be a connection to soul tying to an object, but I think that's the only connection. You know what I'm saying?
So the only other reason why I think it could be interesting is because Zoro is now aka the King of Hell, which could be like, like if he, let's say he gets, Dami reversied or sent through the abyss, like that's where he could get his black blade if that's the thing, like he could get, like, what if the soul of Ryuma's down there, and that's how he gets it. That's the only thing I was thinking, but I'll jump into my short theory because I know there's a bunch of people waiting tonight. So I believe that we are about to get a new power system in One Piece, and I think it's gonna put a lot of the weighting for certain characters, like, it'll make sense. So to understand this, we have to roll back literally 25 years, chapter 117, Miss Golden Week. 16-year-old girl was specifically no devil fruit, right? But her drawings, they could literally rewrite reality. Most people thought that Oda had dropped her story, but then chapter 1115, she pops back up to react to Vegapunk's message, which is a huge, moment in the, recent arcs. So Miss Golden Week's real name also is Marianne, which just happened to be the symbol of the French Revolution. And who leads the revolution in One Piece? Dragon, a man with literal symbols on his face. Now, we know that Luffy can't use a sword for Dog S. But if he used her paintbrush as a sword with his imagination, it would make sense because we see Nika or, with a sword, but we know that Luffy can't do that. What also points to this new power system is that of the abyss marks, the summoning circles, all coming out now, and this could be why we haven't gotten Dragon's story yet. Because if there was the new power system and it was early on when we first met Dragon, it would be not as big of a lore drop. When we finally saw Dami Reversi, when we saw that, it was huge. But if we had gotten it early, it would have not done the same, wouldn't have had the same effect. Now, we don't see the mark on Dragon's face at Ohara. Like, he only has the like tribal ones on his arm, and which we can assume because we've seen it at God Valley. So if he's with Vegapunk, and if Vegapunk's the smartest man telling him, hey, you need to go study your ancestry. You need to go to your ancestry. He's in, spends time on sorry guys, with the Shandorians, learning about this ancient magic that the D clan can use. Now, maybe the Davey clan used a dark magic, and this is why he got, left, because maybe Lily dies and he wanted to save her soul. It would also explain what Blackbeard did to Whitebeard underneath the tent at Marineford. Short.
Okay.
I know a new power system this late into it, but you at this point you can't tell me that it's Emu's devil fruits. Even if Dragon, if he had just a devil fruit, it's gonna be such a letdown.
Right. I'm opposed to the new power system this late in the game. I am not opposed to potentially having, I think something we talked about on the stream last night, nightmare fruits as instead of devil fruits. So I talked about a thought process about us having. So if devil fruits are originated from people's dreams and the wills that they spawned, right? Then if people have extreme fears, there's a possibility that nightmare fruits could exist. And maybe the darkness fruit is one of those. Maybe the Nika fruit, not the Nika fruit, but the fruit that Emu has or the Gorosei have are those, or embodiments of those. I lean heavier into that than implementing a new power system this late. Those fruits could have different elements to them that could seem like a new power system, because they're kind of spawning from a different belief or a different thought process. But that's about all I really have. I just wouldn't be a fan of a new power system this late in the game. I'll pass it to Larry, but I'm sure he has a similar thought process to me.
No, yeah. I get that for sure, but all right, go, Larry.
No, it's the same thing that I had to say. Sebastian said, I just don't think this late in the game, new power systems should be created.
So you really think that the abyss mark etchings and summoning circles and regeneration all correlate to one devil fruit, and also with the nightmare fruit topic, people were extremely afraid. They were under tyranny, and that's how they got the Nika fruit.
Yeah.
Fear doesn't necessarily equal, you're not necessarily going to be like if I'm scared, I'm going to be dreaming for something good, and if it comes from people's dreams, I get what you're going, but I just feel the Nika fruit that would be my only pushback, but it would make sense because there is the black Nika that they talk about. So
Yeah, I think it would only be allowed if like Haki is. We had a Haki knot from Joy Boy and Emmett. I wouldn't mind having somebody do some type of like pattern, and it's from Haki,
valid.
and then it transfers over to like somebody else, and then they could do it for like a short time. In a way, it sounds like alchemy, which is funny, but
Definitely.
I came up with the runes theory a long time ago because I thought Elbaf
I
would
heard
probably have like like their own type of power system, the same way like Skypiea had the dials. So if they specialize in hockey, then that would have been a really cool thing for like the Elbaf people to do. But that's as far as like I would get. I wouldn't want it to overtake hockey, but I do believe that there are specializations within hockey and just passing that along. So
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, that like I could definitely see that. Like, if there's a way to like, because of the not like kind of like maybe not a new power system, but like there's a way to imbue, like Conqueror's hockey into something. Like Dragon's mark is like it's almost looks like 3 X's. Like, what if he's able to use like Conqueror's hockey 3 times, but he's not actually a conqueror, and like each time he uses it, it's gonna go away, or it's like something that is a deterrent, to like the Dami reversey, because obviously he's on God Valley right now, like the Davey clan just got taken over, so like maybe
yeah.
it's a protector of like not being able to turn,
Yeah, that was the same
like
thought
a
process I had
hockey.
about Blackbeard because I didn't think Blackbeard would have Conqueror's hockey at all. But if he was able to take the willpower from the devil fruits, and that willpower was people who once had the devil fruits before, and he was able to use like Whitebeard's Conqueror's hockey to a degree, then that would suffice for me. But I think as long as it ties back to devil fruits and ties back to hockey, I'm fine with it. I think anything outside of that now within the show, because everything's based upon willpower and belief and dreams, it kind of just makes me feel like it's probably out of place at this point, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like, that's the one big thing that I wouldn't like about it, is that it's so late in the show, but like what's late in probably another 10 years, like like, yeah, it's been a while, but like it also like, it could make sense why we didn't see like Dragon actually use the power, use uh any powers like on panel, on screen. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's just like something that I was thinking about. So
Yeah, thank you for sharing your thoughts, man. You know we mess with you
yeah,
heavy, so thank you, brother.
yep.
But
All right, nerd.
Guys, thank you.
all
Have a
Have a
right.
good
good
night,
night.
man.
Have a good night,
All
bruh.
right.
All right. Who's next? I want to say VillainDJuice.
Yeah, the boy. He's been hooking
Villain, you
us
there?
up. What's up,
Hey,
villain?
Yeah, man.
what's good with you?
Thank you for everything you've been doing, first and
You know how I
foremost.
do this. Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, I
Yeah,
appreciate
what's
y'all.
up, man? What do you want to talk
Cool meeting
about?
you. Oh, okay. Dang, I got a lot. I'm excited to be here, boys, for sure.
One topic.
Also, I gotta show off the top. Yeah, I know. Can I? Okay. Can I ask a yes or no question and then get into my actual theory? We don't
Yeah.
gotta elaborate.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah, yeah.
you wait? Okay, wait. I gotta figure this out. I can't see you, Larry.
No. Oh, you probably can't see me because it's on. I have it different on. I have to do
All right,
something.
whatever.
Yeah, my bad.
We'll figure it out. Not your straight. It's fine. I mean, it probably is, but whatever.
It's my
Do you
fault.
think that Kaido knew, like, specifically about Pluton? That's a yes or no question. Like, Pluton was obviously there. Do you feel like he, like, maybe he didn't understand what Pluton was? Like, what do you know what I'm saying? No, I gotta back out because I got a theory I gotta go into. So it's a yes or no question. Do you feel like Kaido knew about Pluton?
I'm gonna
In depth?
say no.
I'm gonna say no as well.
I like the answer. All right. All right, Larry, I wrote out a theory for you. It's my first theory, so bear with me here.
No, I think you're about to kill it. Don't worry about it. What's the theory though? What's it called? Do you have a name
Oh,
for
yeah,
it?
yeah, sorry. Nah, so no, I don't actually. It started with the whole you guys were talking about like you got back into the conversation about Emu being like one of the winged people that came down from like the first world and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a mural breakdown, but it's utilizing a lot more of the information we have about Emu and rocks.
Give it a name.
There is a little twist in here for you.
Give it a name. Wait, the Emu, the wing person theory?
Nah. I gotta make it spicy for you. The Davey clan ancient kingdom.
Okay.
All right. I gotta read. I'm sorry. Are we ready? Am I good? Probably.
You good? Go ahead, man. Take a breath.
Bro did terrible at popcorn reading.
No, I'm actually a great reader. I'm just.
Oh, okay then. Come on, bro.
You don't have to prove that, man.
All right. You're yelling at me, and this is a lot of pressure. I don't need that part. All right, gentlemen. I think we finally have enough information for me to confidently make my first theory. Sorry if it's long. Larry, it's all typed out for you. Since it's not about Kid, Marco, Kobe, or Usopp, I think it should be good with all the boys. Here it is. All right. As we know, the Birkins, Shandorans, and Skypians came down from the moon due to a lack of resources on the moon to sustain themselves. From the scholars of O'Hara, we've seen, and the Elbaf mural, we've seen that the One Piece world has multiple moons. As a potential origin of the Lunarians, I actually believe it's possible that the voyage we saw was either not from the first moon that Nell visited, but maybe from a different moon that the Lunarians came from. But this is a different theory that really has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But what if I told you that Davy Jones wasn't one of the first pirates, but was the ruling power over the ancient kingdom that we know about? Here's where the fun of my first theory begins. All right, and feel free to stop me or if you hear me misquote or missource anything. All right, I believe that the people of the moon brought the technology and innovation to the One Piece world, and naively let the world fall into ruin because of it. As the mural reads as follows. Within the earth was a fire, the energy source that was being sought out by those from the moon. Mankind succumbed to greed and touched the forbidden sun. What if this sun was a power that the moon people like came down to earth to help harness, right? Because the people of the earth weren't really using it appropriately. There was no real order or like structure going on, right? The enslaved prayed and the sun god appeared. And this could be like the creation of devil fruits that came to mind. But I like to think of it as being like the first real Nika figure to come down and start liberating people to be that first influence. All right. With the supposed state of the world being described not even as a million islands, but as endless verse, I believe that somehow man used this power to start its first offensive push against the creatures of the world, specifically the giants. All right. Enraging the ancient giants caused the first continental breaks, and just like we saw in Skypiea, a giant pet snake was there and became the creation of the Red Line. Damn, that was worded terribly. I apologize. But no, so okay, in the mural it states that the Earth God raged and its serpents, and it describes like the fire and the power source that I'm describing. That I believe that the people from the moon came down to help them harness, right? Through that process, the Sky People more or less kind of like began a war on the Earth, because in the mural you see it's really just a lot of like destructive creatures, and like not a lot going on. And the bottom of the mural it has the slaves working and things like that, things going on. I think that the Sky People, or not the Sky People, the Moon People came to Earth, right? Because they didn't have any power sources anymore. They found the fire, the Mother Flame, whatever the ancient kingdom source was, or whatever they started to use at that time. And then created like the whole first world that we know about the destruction of everything going on in the giants. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Keep going.
I guess the first world portion. I apologize. We're not even into the Davey stuff yet. But I'll move into the second world, sorry. Now the transition here into the second world is the heart of this theory. The second world, the rise of Emu as his reign as God, and at the true beginning of piracy. Now here's my Davey plug. In the second world it reads, within the void there was a breath. The forest god tamed demons, and the sun god spread the fires of war. Now, the forest god has often been theorized to be Emu, but I'd like to offer a different idea, to say that it was Davy Jones himself as the original forest god. I think with the new information, it could be shown that the world government, that the world government, we know it now, is made of like mostly demonic themes in One Piece we've seen. right? But I believe that the mural is describing something differently, as sort of a unity amongst races when it says the taming of demons, similar to what we saw with Harold doing, not as a pirate, but just seeking out friendship, but was also a fruitless for his cause. All right. Man killed the sun and became God, and the sea god stormed. I believe that Emu was the man that killed the god, and the sea god wasn't within itself a different figure, but the utilization of Uranus, raining a storm of sea that, like, one sunk all of what we saw the ancient kingdom, which is what Davy Jones was starting to develop. So sinking Davy Jones to the bottom of the ocean, along with what we know as the ancient kingdom, as Emu rose up. This all being tied back into Davy's final words before hiding his family for 800 years was the promise that was spoken of not only in the mural, but in the throne room with Zebek looking at him as a Davy member. Yeah, that's all I got. Sorry. That's probably all over the place.
No, thank you for preparing for it, to be honest, too. That was much easier to
That was actually
digest.
really hard to read on the screen, and I'm disappointed in myself.
Nah, don't be. You did great.
Yeah.
Yeah, questions, please push back. Anything I can specify on. That was probably a bumble and probably easier to explain to you guys.
I don't have major pushback. I guess my question is, why do you believe that he wasn't a pirate when almost all the lore surrounding him in the world of One Piece is pirate based? And how would you then explain the name of the Davy back fights being tied to him? And maybe I missed that part of your theory, but I don't.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, so I didn't. I can come up with. I mean, I cannot come up with an answer, but I feel like I can.
Mm-hmm.
I have reasonable response to that.
Mm-hmm.
One, I mean, it's been very focused that Joy Boy is the first pirate. That was his whole thing. That was his original stick. And not to say that I don't feel like it'd be unoriginal, but I feel like with a character as renowned as Rox is seeming to be, his lineage being something that the world government was searching for 800 years, it seems in essence separated from what Joy Boy was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But there still has to be some kind of argument in the sense of why would there be beef between Emu and Davy Jones? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is where it came into what if Davy Jones was the ancient kingdom? The ancient kingdom was, I mean, essentially destroyed. It was sunken for what power it was creating, which is why I like the tie-in of the Forest God, doing exactly what we're seeing Harold do in this flashback, which is go out as a force to be reckoned with, but start to fix this broken world. Because I mean, the way the mural describes it, in essence, the One Piece world was an absolute chaos before the Red Line was created and got divided, right? Which is where I guess the Diana said the ancient. Oh, I guess I didn't really read that part. I'm sorry. Yeah, there was a whole tie-in where the ancient giants in that first world, the sky, not the sky peons. Well, I mean, yeah, the sky people, the moon people came down and with their harnessing of that power enraged the ancient giants, causing them to create the Red Line, causing them to start to break away what we saw. I mean, Continent Puller was a legitimate title that they had. So what if that was that foundation of that within that first world? Because their timeline, I mean, the giants from the first world could still be the same giants of the second world. You know what I mean? Timeline wise, they can be alive for a very long time. Did I answer all of the questions? I guess. Oh yeah, but yeah, I just like the idea of that Davy Jones wasn't necessarily a pirate, because Rox's introduction wasn't also as a pirate. It was just a guy doing stuff.
That's true. That's true.
He was literally just out here. And then the Davy back fights. I mean, imagine it's the parallel between Rox and what we have with Harold right now. It kind of just shows what I felt like was not the road work that he got from him, but it's showing us the blueprint that Davy Jones could have been like. Right, we're just gathering these people around, developing what we know as the ancient kingdom, with now combining different races, because that's what the ancient kingdom was. It was a combination of different races, different technology, the Mother Flame, these creation of the ancient weapons. You know what I mean? So what if that was what Davy Jones was actually creating, and Emu was like, nah, can't have that.
I'll open it up to Larry, but I've probably over time started to subscribe more to the idea that Davy Jones and Joy Boy are the same person, and Joy Boy is just Davy Jones's pirate epithet. But
Joy Boy is too much of an epithet for me.
That's why it's not
a
like
name there.
it can't be a name. Like that can't be his name, right? Joy Boy. Like who named their kid that?
So I mean, like we got the whole D clan thing. I want Joy Boy's name to be where the D came from, and the Davey clan to be where the Davey. Because I like how isolated it seems that Davy Jones is. How Blackbeard has been always this backyard figure. Now Rocks, this figure and legend, still a part of something that we haven't fully developed. Right? We still don't understand. Like, what is the Davey clan? Are they associated with the Ancient Kingdom? Are they? I mean, I'm saying it. Are they the Ancient Kingdom? You know what I mean? Were they the last like remaining ones of that family? Like, who are they? Why are they so important? Why is it that Emo was so excited to murder them all? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. Larry?
I never thought about Davey being one of the gods within the mural. That's pretty cool. Emu seeing him not as a pirate would be pretty cool too, because then it just means if he was the leader or the founder of the Ancient Kingdom, then Emu finding him to be a competitor would be very dope as well, because it's like,
facts.
you know, so
because he took on the epithet of like being gods, and you know they are now the gods of essentially their own world. So if they see now Davy Jones as this individual figure rising to a similar kind of power as him, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or what I guess he wanted to subscribe to be.
But I like those parts, man. I don't really have any pushback at this point. Anybody that thinks anything about the mural, you got to be right. Because honestly, like, bro, there's absolutely no way we know anything about what this mural is saying to the T. So, I think everybody's explanation of what is going to be right until it's proven wrong. But you did great, man. Don't knock yourself. You did great. So thank you for just, coming with the theory, trying it, and presenting it. I really appreciate it. And everything you do for, you support us so great too. So thank you so much, bro.
Oh no, I appreciate you guys. You guys are great. I was in the I got the shirt. You guys can't see it. Can you? You can't see me, can you?
No.
No, you're not on camera. You got the milkman shirt?
Hold up, nah, I ain't that. How do I do this? How do I let you see me? I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Your profile pic, is that your dog?
Yeah, he's here right now too. You can see him too. How do I do
Oh,
this?
what's his name?
If I click
Are you on your phone, or are you on a desktop?
I'm on my desktop.
All right, so there should be like a turn on camera.
Stream.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I think I found it.
Next to the mute button, there should be a turn on or turn off camera.
Hey, we with you. Hey, let's go with you.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, thank you, bro.
So this is Villain. This is the actual Villain. That's his name. I created a channel after I got him. I created a channel. Yeah, I came in across you guys right after I got him, to be honest with you.
Wait, what's his name again?
It's Villain.
Villain?
Villain.
Damn, where's the hero
actual
at?
Name is VillainDJuice.
Where's the hero, bro?
I want my next dog to be a female. So I'm not gonna name her. I'm gonna do something.
Hold up. I'm seeing a Last Supper of anime.
Yeah.
What am I? Hold up,
appreciate
bro.
Culture.
Listen, is
we got
that
the bounty poster for Luffy and them too? It's the ASL bounty poster. It's the
you got to tell me who's Jesus in this picture, bro. I can't make it out.
Oh, Saitama.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Real humble guy.
You know the vibe.
I don't support it.
You see, is that a colossal titan in the background?
Yeah. Just peeking. I wish I could show y'all this one, but I don't really want to move my camera around that much.
Nah, you
don't move your camera around, bro. You bugging. Yeah, leave it.
Nah, it's a one piece separate. It's just it's the sunny on the ocean. Literally just sunny on the ocean.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. Yo, Villain, bro. He's so cute, man.
Oh, he's a freaking jerk.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, okay, bro. Turn the camera off, bro.
Oh.
All right, bro.
I'm a dog trainer. If I can plug myself, I know y'all got a channel for that. I actually, it's what I do for a living. I train dogs.
Yeah, you train dog.
He's my personal dog. As you can tell, he doesn't care about what I'm doing right now. It's not Larry. Don't make me seem like I'm abusing my dog, please. Nah, Larry. If you want to argue, actually, if you want to be hostile,
we ain't got time, bro.
If you want to be hostile,
we ain't got time, bro.
We can go on this Fuji take that you did. Abandoning my man's like that.
Yeah, we can talk about it after, bro.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
But thank
have a good night, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Yo, be blessed for sure.
All right, brother. Peace.
Oh, why he slapped
Why did he slap the dog,
Yeah.
bro?
Yo, I'm dead, bro. This would have been proud of
Damn,
that one,
bro.
bro.
Like he slapped him the first time, and I was like, "Oh, that maybe like the computer glitched." And then he did it the second time, and I was like, "All right, bro."
He react, you know, he's chilling. He's chilling. Shout out to Villain.
Yeah, shout out to Villain.
All right, we got a couple supers, I think.
Yeah, I'll read them
we
real
can read
quick.
them. Okay.
So, we had Xavier with the 5 says, "Sup guys, welcome back, Seb." I think No, I read that one. Welcome to Wheezyville with the 2 says, "I joined the Cord. How could I call in waiting room?" You want to tell him?
So yeah, in order to become a guaranteed caller, you have to be a warlord or higher in our tiered memberships.
Yeah.
So ping one of the mods, namely Nick Quavo. I think he's still here. But essentially, you'll have to become a tiered member of Shichibukai or Yonko. And then you'll have access to the call-only voice channel, stream voice channel like entrance. Like the call waiting is basically for people who are going to be able to get in on some gifted memberships or gifted super chats and things. Or if they donate themselves, they can become. If you donate $5 or more, you can become a caller for an episode, kind of a thing. But in general, you'll have to become a tiered member in order to have to have the access to that voice channel that we're pulling people up in. So
Yeah. But thank you so much, Wheezyville. Andrew C. with the 10 says, "Thank you so much." Says, "What's good, Nakamas? I recently found out more evidence for a theory I made connecting the Elbaf mural and Egypt gods. I'm trying to make a video on it, but I'm nervous because I know it'll be low quality." Andrew, I remember the conversation we had about the Egyptian gods. Great theory, as well as the Aztec theory. You guys are so smart. But do not worry about it being low quality. I will tell you this right now. Just because you have a great camera and you have a great look and setup and all that, it's the content that matters, because you can have nothing going right, but as long as the content is great, people are going to want to come back. So don't worry about the quality, okay? Sword Hero followed us on Twitch. Thank you so much. And then we have GaiDMon with the 2 says, "Could the One Piece be in Davy Jones's locker? #TOPT. If it exists, why not?"
Yeah, I think the One Piece being in Davy Jones' locker has been a theory for a while. As soon as Davy Jones, but I mean it's a pirate series, right? So people have had the Davy Jones connections to almost any lore that we see in the series. I just want to know how we would tie it in exactly, but it could be.
Yeah. All right. Let's bring the next person in. Seb, do you want to go to 3 hours? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah. I mean, we could call it after 8:15.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll be able to get to everybody, but that's why you got to become a tiered member in order to have a guaranteed spot. We will get through all the tiered membered people here today.
Okay.
All
right. Let's get the next person.
Yeah. Let's get GaiDMon in here.
GaiDMon. What's up, man?
Yo.
What's going on, bro?
Alright, yeah. Mine's not really in theory. It's just like, I just want to know what you guys think.
Okay.
Alright, do you guys think that like any of the Straw Hats could be Dami Reversied in Elbaf?
Will they or could they? Those are two different questions, technically. Because if Dory and Broggy are, they're pretty.
Yeah. It's because I was asking, because I was like, if they could, do you guys think that if Sanji gets Dami Reversied, do you think he would be like, if Zoro saw him, do you think Zoro would see him and not know what's happening because he doesn't know about the Dami Reversies, try to fight him? Because in Wano, he told him, if I ever go crazy, I want you to kill me. So like, do you think like they could fight, and then obviously Zoro, maybe he'll like know that something's happening or find out like mid fight, and he won't try to kill Sanji fully? and Sanji like has to reverse himself by unlocking Conqueror's Haki or something like that.
So I like the callback element that you're bringing into Wano and Onigashima, where Sanji made the call to Zoro about, like, if I'm not in my right state of mind, take me out. I would hate to see my boy Sanji get Dami Reversi, but I can't confidently say that he can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, Imu's supposed to be top of the verse. And
that's what I'm saying. Cause
you know what I mean? Like,
he's not confirmed Conqueror's Haki.
Yeah.
Like he's not confirmed Conqueror yet. You know what I mean?
if that's how Sanji unlocks Conqueror's Haki, how would I feel about that? I don't know. I don't know. Like, how you?
And they
feel
kind
about
of they
that
kind of
one?
like they kind of hinted at it with the whole Gabon thing, you
Yeah.
know, like earlier in Elbaf too. So I don't know. I was just thinking about it.
I don't know, bro. It just sounds like an annoying Sanji plot one more time, and I'm not trying to go through that. I would like for Sanji to be useful for once instead of like post time skip, be useful for once instead of being a hindrance to the crew again because of some weakness he has. Like, I just want Sanji to be awesome, and I don't think that makes him awesome. That puts him in another category of like, you're still bottom of the barrel when it comes to like Luffy and Zoro. I can't have you nosebleed, leave the crew, and now you get Domi reversied, and like Zoro has to stop you because of something. Again, it's just, it'd make me hate Elbaf. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Now I have seen you argue the Sanji take over with the jeans thing as a potentially good plot point before. What's changed? Or is it just the Dami Reversi element of it? Or
Yeah, I think it's somebody else's willpower being instilled upon him and he can't fight back, whereas like he's dealing with an internal struggle, which is since birth.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. No,
like the dude had this since birth. Like his fetus was played around with, you know what I'm saying? Like he had no choice. At this point, he has a choice, and that bothers me if he does that. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's I have not heard that yet though. So that was really interesting.
Yeah.
GaiDMon, so thank
It
you.
sounded believable.
Yeah, I can see it.
No,
I can
yeah,
see
was
it
just
happening,
thinking
low
about
key.
it. That's why, yeah.
I would
like,
be
maybe it would
hoeing.
be funny or something, you know, like what you guys would think about it or not.
Yeah, it was good though, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
GaiDMon, have a good night, bro.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, thank you guys. Yeah, you as well.
All right, let's get DiamondLife in here. Diamond, you there?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
How y'all doing today?
Doing well, man. How about you?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
I'm doing good.
Talk to us. What do you want to say?
It'd be like a quick little theory I thought about in the toilet. It just randomly came into my head.
For the topic of discussion, DiamondLife toilet theory, bro.
Nah, it's the man marked by flame theory.
Oh, Larry gonna hate you, bro. Go ahead.
I know it's cool, you know. So my theory is that the man marked by flames is Squard, and the reason why is because I randomly seen some like Squard pop up in Gen Chat like a couple of days ago, and it got me thinking, like, I don't know why, that who would have taken the road poneglyph from Fishman Island? It used to be Whitebeard's territory. So I started thinking, like, it has to be someone that Whitebeard trusts, or maybe he gave it to Shanks. And then like I started thinking that it could be Squard, because one, he has a connection with Whitebeard. He was part of his fleet, and he was one of the, I guess, higher positions in the fleet since he took charge in the initial attack on Marineford. And he also has a connection to Ace and Roger, because some people might not know that Roger was the one who kind of defeated and like destroyed Squard's crew before he got adopted into Whitebeard's like fleet. So then Squad has probably felt guilty this whole time because he was coerced into attacking Whitebeard because of the Marines' plan to kind of take advantage of his insecurity, and it got me thinking that it could be him because he has a connection to Roger, he has a connection to Ace, he has a connection to Whitebeard, and he's probably felt guilty. And usually the people that have like immense guilt, they'll do something for like a long extended periods of time to like, I guess, make a promise with them. Like Zunisha got punished for 800 years for something what we all suspect is like spreading the poneglyphs around the world. So I think it could be Squard because he probably got inspired by Whitebeard's I guess like saying the One Piece is real. So he was like, damn, I feel guilty because maybe if I didn't stab him, he could still be alive today. Even though that's probably not what would happen. But, the initial attack kind of came at a shock. And this also kind of brings up the point to back up Seb's point from, I think, Monday stream, that weaker people can't scar stronger people. So, Whitebeard being scarred by Garling is still the agenda's still alive. But yeah, I think it's Squard because he probably wants someone worthy that could reach like the caliber of Whitebeard's and Roger's greatness. And it could also be because he feels guilty towards Ace because he's the son of the man that kind of destroyed his whole life. So it'll be kind of like a nice little like playback on Marineford where everyone was ordered to protect Luffy. And Squard was like a known pirate at the time in the New World. So right now he's probably fodder, but like Luffy was like kind of like a newbie in their eyes, even though they're all kind of established. So it could be a nice little callback to see that like we were ordered to protect this little kid trying to save his brother. And now this little kid is changing the world and is challenging like the world government. And that's pretty much it. Like it's not a serious theory, but it kind of connected in my mind. So I just want to hear what your guys' opinion is.
I will say, when I was writing up Ace Piece, I actually found myself writing up a whole section and place in the story for Squard. And I really enjoyed what I got. And I had similar thought process about like him dealing with the guilt of stabbing Whitebeard and everything that came out of Marineford War and how it could impact somebody as emotionally scarred as Squard. So him becoming the man marked by flames wasn't something that I had tapped into, but I do think it could answer that. Like it could speak to that, like his answer, his resolve after everything that's happened. I do think from the community standpoint, it might be underwhelming, but I do think from a writing standpoint, character writing standpoint, I think it could be really good. So I actually really like the theory. I do know that a lot of people have higher expectations and aspirations for what we get for the man marked by flame, but
I agree.
I do think that you could really have a really good character conclusion to a character's arc by having it be Squard. So, yeah, I kind of like it. I do.
Yeah, and like it wouldn't be like a one-on-one fight where Squard challenges Luffy to get the rope poneglyph, but maybe it could be similar to like an Infinity War where like Red Skull had the Soul Stone and he's gonna like question and challenge like Luffy's resolve of what he's willing to do. Like maybe it'll be like sacrifice your crew because maybe he has a devil fruit where he can control the whirlpools, or like get the last road poneglyph. But knowing Luffy, he'll choose both, so he'll save his crew and get the road poneglyph, and that'll be like, oh, this guy kind of reminds me of Pops, and like he'll like again tying back to his connection with Ace and Roger, he'll be like, damn Ace, your little brother is like making moves now. You should be proud of him.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm undecided.
It's not a serious theory. Like it was just like a cool little thought that I had.
Nah, man, I like the toilet theory. I think it's a goodie.
You was thinking about squart on the toilet, man. What's good with you, man?
Wait, hold on. I do have a question. Did you finish the thought before you got off the toilet? Like it was fully fleshed out, or did you like finish it after you were done?
I finished it after I was done because I didn't bring my phone, so I was just reading the back of the spray. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what's it made out of? Because there was nothing else to do. But you'd be surprised. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but I super chatted a Conqueror's Haki question, where if a Conqueror accomplishes their goal, where their Haki rise up, plateau, or like nothing happens. I thought of that on the toilet too. So things can happen on there.
Diamond funny as hell, bro.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Have a good night.
I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you too. Yeah, you too, man. Thank you.
Yo, toilet theories, man.
Before we go to the next person, we had Kobe Bin for PF has followed us on Twitch. Thank you so much. Aiden with the 10 super chat says, do you think Gunko's arrow fruit has any relation to Domi Reversi? Both are able to control others, so could be an awakened devil fruit. She was also present both times. It was shown. Love y'all. Hashtag go birds.
I don't know. I don't think so. Like, if I had to guess, I'd say no.
So, when I made the connection that Gunko might have been Emu, I was just saying, like, I think Emu lends out devil fruits, therefore you could use their powers, and then they change once Emu puts their power into full effect on that person. So in a way, I guess that kind of answers your question of what I think. But yeah, thank you so much, Aiden. Welcome to Weezyville. Again, says $2. Okay, I'm a Yonko member. What room do I join?
He ended up joining. I see him.
Okay.
He's in there. So thank you, Weezy. We'll get you in here soon, man. Soon.
All right, thank you guys. All right, we're gonna move to the next person, okay?
All right, let's get Clips in here. Clips, you there?
Yes, I am here.
All right, man. What's going on?
Nothing much. I was gonna say, first off, sorry, I was finishing bite. You caught me mid-bite. Thank you guys for having me. Love being here, and shout out to the community for just overall just engaging with me in general while I've been here. Y'all have been great to hang out with.
Thank you, man.
So, like last time, I'm going to keep a bit of a Wano theme going. Last time I talked about Wano and its upcoming Shogun being Momo. And now I'm going to be talking about Wano itself. So, I have a bit of a theory that I've rehearsed a few times. I don't have it scripted out because it's a bunch of ideas that I leave kind of open that I have like fair speculation for, and it's like I want y'all's input if y'all have any pushback for it. So that's why I kind of leave it semi-open, like it doesn't seem like it's a complete full fleshed out, but I've rehearsed it several times. I know how you like scripts, and I know how you like, rehearse, get it scripted. Yeah. So
yeah. So what's it called? Do you have a
Wano Island formation theory?
Okay.
So I believe that the formation of Wano itself was made by the ancient giants. My reasoning behind this, shout out to Juice that he was in here earlier. We kind of like made some tangents off of each other's theory. He mentioned how one of their titles was known as the Continent Pushers and Mountain Pullers. And we also know that there's somewhere we also have these merry band of giants frozen on ice. So going off the idea that maybe these guys on ice are Gallilaw, right? And that we have these ancient giants that are frozen and all that. is it fair to say that back in days of ancient giants when they were plentiful, maybe they pulled all of these islands together in order to be able to make a ring? When you look at Wano and all of its look at it as an entirety, it forms like a weird like misshaped ring of sorts. Each island has its own climate and and with each of its own climates and all that, they're separated by their own waterways but there's only one way to be able to get out. So if we have these ancient giants that are strong and plentiful, is it fair to say maybe they found some way to get some to get like some chains and pull an island together and form the one collective island that they have as Wano? Now, at the bottom of this ring that they have made, right, is an ancient weapon of sorts. When the ancient giants were putting all these islands together, they had a talk with Joy Boy, and maybe they're hiding one of these ancient weapons away from the, enemy hands. How can you preserve a weapon of sorts over time without making it entirely inaccessible? You could bury it. Well, what's something that could be able to last for several hundreds, potentially thousands of years? Bury it under a mountain. Well, how would you make a mountain? When you forcibly push several islands together, you are also cramming small tectonic plates together and on a much smaller scale. So with all these islands getting forcibly crammed together, they inadvertently end up making a mountain of sorts, unbeknownst to them, maybe. And they could end up burying an ancient weapon, as we saw underneath Wano. So the idea is, why would they want to bury it? Well, they would want to preserve it for the chosen one, I say in quotations. Well, how do we know who would be the chosen one? Well, your options are limited. If you're going to be making a mountain and they know that the world is flooding, they're going to have to find a way to get people up the mountain, right? So first off, that is a huge hurdle. So that in itself eliminates, a lot of people. Second, when they get to the land of Wano and all the people of Wano, if they have a culture where they have any semblance of knowledge of what goes on down there, shout out to Juice again, maybe they know it's an ancient weapon, maybe they don't, who knows. When they have it down there, that weapon down there, they don't know what it is, but they're thinking, we must preserve it. There is some way that someone at some point, sometime, is going to come for this and make use out of this. So we have to wait until that time comes. Enter Luffy. But before Luffy comes along, Wano was conquered by Kaido. Now, did Kaido have knowledge of what, it was down there, albeit an ancient weapon? No, I agree with you guys. I heard that part of y'all's conversation, and I don't believe he knows that it is an ancient weapon of sorts. Now, does he know that clearly it's important? Yes. But does he know what it is exactly? No. Does he know how to turn it on? No. Does he know that he's the one that's able to turn it on? He probably figured that much out, but again, who's going to come to Wano to stop him? It would clearly have to be someone who would be cool with, the people of Wano. So that's how Luffy would be able to gain access to the ancient weapon that's down underneath Wano, but the overall island got formed because ancient giants pulled it together and ended up creating it, because that would explain how all the islands have different climates and how it's all sectioned off and all that.
Okay.
I like it. I'm surprised you didn't. Maybe I missed it. You didn't highlight the Onigashima skull.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too.
Well, the Onigashima skull, in my mind, when I was thinking about it, was a talking point that, yes, very good, like a very like clever like call out, yeah, but I feel like at the same time, a lot of people have noticed it and or have called it out. So that's
Okay.
why I'm trying to bring some attention to something that's maybe
Okay.
not as well known or maybe something not as thought of. Because in my mind, if even just think about it, just like if for those who've seen Attack on Titan, how many Titans came out of the wall? I mean, not hundreds of thousands, but probably like 3,000-4,000 so. And look at the destruction they did. Imagine like same idea with these ancient giants. Now, Galley Law, these people, they are craftsmen. They're not dumb entirely, but they have to work with what they got. So that's why how they probably formed like giant chains of some sort or whatever. Or they found some way to be able to like push the islands in a collective shape of sorts to be able to bury whatever it is underneath, because they have stuff underneath and the old capital and all that stuff, right? But we haven't seen like the entirety of all of it unearthed. You know what I mean? Because that's what the old capital was sitting on. What's underneath the old capital? So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the Onigashima head. And
no, I do like it. Like, go ahead. Okay.
If the world wasn't as flooded as it is now, I can see a lot of those giants that are as big as the Onigashima skull. I could see them, like, I could definitely see them, like, moving amongst the lands. Like, the first world must have looked crazy, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
and
they must look
even
wild.
in general, how Wano is structured, it looks like it's man-made. Like, it's evenly split. Well, not evenly, but like all the rivers that exist on Wano look like they could have been cut manually with like a blade of some sort potentially, or that they were separate entire countries or islands that got pushed together, like you're saying. So those are my two thought process when you were saying it, like the Onigashima skull and the structure. If you ever look at Wano's map when Oda does like the structuring, that's not a natural thing, right? Like they're even, like there's an actual hexagon in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know. So I like it.
It would also explain just all the separate climates that they have on it too.
Yeah.
And even how they're all forcibly put into the same spot at the Grand Line. It would be like this is what their climate would be where they are if they were at this point in time or whatever. But because they're, forced out of like their natural spot, like they have like weird weather phenomenon, and that's probably why it explains like droughts and why some spots like are getting snow, and then you have literally right next to it on the other side of a mountain a desert. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, man. Great theory, bro. Got
Thank
me
you,
thinking
thank
about
you.
thinking about like these Onigashima giants now. But
I feel like it's fair to say like they could have made the ancient weapon too, but maybe that's a bit of a stretch because they make it all right. Now that we made it, we can't do anything with it now, so let's bury it. And this is the plan they made to bury it. So
yeah.
Possible.
But thank you so much, Eclipse. I appreciate you for coming on, bro, and spitting your theory.
no problem. Thank you guys for having me yet again. Shout out to the community.
Yeah.
Love
Thanks,
y'all.
man.
So much love for you, man. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night, all right?
Will do. I'll be sure to get me a Milkman pillow soon.
Yo, low key, I'm getting one sent to me.
You're crazy, bro. Clips,
Yes,
have a good night, man.
Have
What's
a good one,
wrong with
bro.
y'all, bro? What's wrong with y'all, man?
Before we go, hold on. We got JD Rude with the 5 says, why does Emu care about the CDs? Has to be beneficial. I understand you can't rule without subjects, but there's something deeper there. You can't be the ruler of nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Music Major, our boy Preston, who we just had on, by the way, Life with Anime podcast yesterday on the show. If the world government is a necessary evil in One Piece, Kaido's plan to attack Marineford could have shattered that balance, potentially creating the perfect opening for Dragon and the Revs to rise. You think
It could have been. Wow.
you think Dragon would have went to Wano and secured it as his own territory? Like his home base of operations?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
I thought that would be a great way to do it, but okay.
No. You missed one from GaiDMon, $2. It says in chapter 304, it says Davy Jones is cursed by a demon.
Oh, I did forget that one. Sorry.
Are you good?
Cursed by a demon could mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could mean a lot. I don't think it necessarily means demon infliction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But all right, let's get these next people in the
we got
8:15
three
you
more,
said, right?
So yeah, we got 3 more, basically 5 minutes per, essentially. So
yeah,
we close out. So let's get Alex in here. Or Alexis Goaded.
Alexi.
Hello. Oh.
What's up?
How's it going, man?
How are you? Yo.
Yo. Can you hear us?
Probably trying.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up?
Yes. My name is Alexis. How y'all doing?
Good, man.
Good,
How
man.
about you?
Good. I just came to hate on Roger.
Okay.
Rox is my favorite character. That's one. So you said you think Roger would be stronger than Rox because he finished his dream, right?
In part, I said what I said was that I believe that Roger's stronger than Rox because I believe they're already relative. That could be wrong. Around God Valley, and then Roger had a lot more time to grow as a pirate over the next 18 years, and then I backed that up with the thought process around every one of the Rox pirates when their pirating like journey came to an end. They all thought back to Roger because he had dominated the era that they were at their strongest. You know what I mean? So I've always just viewed Roger as like a top 1, top 2 kind of figure, and it's like been harder for me to try to push Rox into that category. But he's definitely in there. So, but I do still think Roger will surpass Rox in both greatness and strength. But go on.
Yeah, I think the only reason Rogers really just made it to finish his dream because Rox was not there, and really nobody after Rox really challenged him. Whitebeard didn't want none of that. Shiki, outside the top 30, I said he probably wasn't even top 30. So that final clash. And Whitebeard, uh, people count that as a negative. The flashback in Wano, but I think Whitebeard didn't really like want to go all out against Roger because his observation Haki probably crazy. Just like Rayleigh could see that people are weaker than him or stronger. Uh, uh, Whitebeard could probably do that as well, and he just didn't want to point it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually believe that Whitebeard is stronger than him. So my top 3 will probably be Rox, Whitebeard, and then Rogers.
Okay. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I just disagree, but I ain't mad at it.
Well, that was all. Thank you. I don't really know how to explain myself, but that was mainly my points.
Listen,
No, you're
bro.
good, man.
All you said was Rocks was number one, and I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All
Hey,
right.
man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Alexi.
All right.
Have a good night, man.
Have a good night.
Buenas noches.
Good night.
How do you know he's Hispanic, bro?
You can just
You can just tell.
You can feel it. I got observational hockey.
All right, let's get Ginger D Bucket in here. Ginger.
Yo.
How's
What's
it going,
up,
man?
How's it going, man? It's nice to meet you guys. If there's any background noise, say something. 'Cause I'm on mobile and like.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, I can go to a different spot if you need me to.
No, you're good, bro. Speak.
Yeah,
What's up?
So it's nice to meet you guys. First of all,
No,
but I
nice to
got
meet
this theory
you.
that I've been like kind of discussing with the community, and I want to know what you guys had any feedback on it.
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, give Larry the name of the theory first, please.
Yeah, it's on the Frozen Man.
Okay.
What is it?
All right, the Frozen Man. I
A
believe it's an
Frozen
Impel
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So first of all, before I start, I got to give a shout out to Hitta because I had a really long notes on this, and he helped me revise it down a little bit. Because from my understanding, this is like a 2-minute thing.
Before you go any further, I'm glad you said that because Larry, I don't know if you know this. It's Hitta's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Hitta.
So Hitta, happy birthday, bro. I don't know if you're
Happy
watching. I hope
birthday,
you're out
Hitta.
partying.
My birthday
Yeah,
was
man.
yesterday, Hitta.
Oh,
I can't
happy
believe Hitta's
birthday,
this
bro.
today.
Ginger, happy birthday, bro. Yeah, happy belated.
I gotta say happy birthday to Hitta. What? But all right, so yeah, I'll just start out with my notes, and then there's one point in this that I'll just point out right now that I'm unsure about. It's Lelusia. When we get there, you'll understand. But all right, so far we've already seen one major character get frozen during a big attack, and that's Saul. We finally learned that Saul survived Kusan's ice attack when he was trying to help Robin. Some people think Kusan went easy on him since he later helped Robin. But I think that was more of a coincidence. I believe that Kuzan went all out on Saul while he was trying to help destroy O'Hara, and his softer side showed when he saw Robin as a child. That's why when he met the Straw Hats later on, he didn't care and actually fully freeze Robin now that she was grown. Sure, he probably held back a little bit, but he still took it far enough to actually freeze her completely and even tried to break her while she was frozen. Saul was shown alive once we got to LBF. Fast forward and we're introduced to a man frozen into impelled down who kind of looks like Zebek. That's what I think. There isn't much info yet, but it's not confirmed he's dead, just frozen. The next person that I want to talk about is Garp. He was another frozen character on Pirate Island, and I can't be the only person that thinks that Garp will return. I don't think that he was completely defeated, like killed. He was just frozen. He's in a frozen prison right now. And at some point, I believe he's going to come back just like Saul was introduced back to us from a frozen state. And here's where I believe that things get interesting. I think Blackbeard actually went to Impel Down originally looking for his father because he probably knew that his father, I mean, in my opinion, we don't know this. We're still learning this in the manga, but I don't think that Rox was completely defeated. If the death word, I believe that he went to Inbel Down looking for his father, but ended up on the wrong level because I believe that frozen man is a way lower level than what we've been introduced to. After that, he started to follow what he thought was his father's dream and started recruiting powerful prisoners to his crew. I believe he's the one that's currently burning down Marie Joie, either because he's looking for his father or he's continuing his plan to take over, quote unquote, the world. I also think Rox will return before the fight with Emo. This is partly where I'm starting to be conflicted in my theory. And that battle will somehow unite Blackbeard and Luffy. Rocks might be too weak from being frozen for so long, so he'll need the 2 holders of the legendary fruits he once chased to carry out his dream. Some people think Loki has one of those fruits, but I'm confident the mythical Elbaf fruit was actually the Nika fruit. I believe it was swapped or hidden before Harold died or during the process. We're seeing this flashback as we speak. And then Shanks, being the chosen one, found it, brought it to the next Nika, and trained him along the way. And Blackbeard's Yami might be the second mythical fruit needed. That's why I believe they will have to team up against Emu eventually. But in the end, I believe that the frozen man within Impel Down, or where they are, is Rocks. I don't think he's dead, at least not yet. But who knows? We'll figure out.
Do you have a page number or to reference the frozen man that you're referring to?
No. I mean, if I did research on it, I could, but there's been screen. It's on the anime. I'm sure it's in the manga too. There's a quick shot of him in the anime. I know.
Yeah, there was it's a pretty popular theory too that is Rocks. It just depends how you look at it. If you believe Rocks was capable of being captured and put into Impel Down that way, or
I think that
Depends.
obviously, there's stuff coming up, and a big theory is that Rocks was Domi reversied. Whether that happens or not, it's obviously not proven yet, but that's part of why I believe this to be true. Part of me believes that he was Domi reversied, and then that's why I don't believe he was fully defeated. He wasn't actually, I don't know if it's okay on YouTube and whatnot, but the death word.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was actually, he may have been Domi reversied and captured, is what I think.
It depends how you look at Rocks at this point. For me, I don't think he's going to get Domi reversied. I think it's pretty not possible, especially at his current level of strength and willpower. I just don't see it. I get why people think it would fit other categories of the story. I think Rocks is just somebody you had to take out at the end of the day. Like he was just way too dangerous. And especially being who he is, I don't think Impel Down could keep him. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
My biggest issues are, especially if Rocks isn't a Devil Fruit user, because he's not seemingly, right? It's like, unless they force him to eat a Devil Fruit, like, how would they be able to keep him in Impel Down if he could just break out? Like, they'd have to break his will, and I don't see how.
He's way too strong.
They would have, he's just too strong for that. Like, I don't know, like, even the character that we're referring to, because I looked at it just now, the Frozen Rocks person. The guy seems so downtrodden, like his will looks broken to me, right? Like, I know he has the nose, I know his hair is spiky or whatever, but he doesn't have the tattoo on his face either. So I don't know. I don't think that's
probably right, but I don't think it's right. To go with the whole Devil Fruit that you think, we don't have a confirmed Devil Fruit on Rocks, so we can't confirm that he's passed away. Because if he was a Devil Fruit user, we would know, or possibly in the future know who his current Devil Fruit user is. With what you're saying, how he's like broken down. What if that's what happened in God Valley? His will was so broken down from the different feats that he had to encounter that, he had to give up some of that. And I don't know. That's just a theory. It's just a thought, but I get the whole tattoo on the face and everything. That's also, I'm definitely conflicted on the theory. I just had to throw it out there.
The crack or the tattoo or whatever it is, that could just be retconned because Marco looks completely different and everybody else in the beginning looks completely different. So that could be easily different. I think my problem is just that even if he was held, like, there's no cuffs, there's no chains. Even if his will was broken, it's hard to say that because even now, his grandmother and dad were like, Domi reversied, and he took them out. So, like, if Edis gets taken out, or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's going to be like, oh, man, my will is broken. Rox just doesn't seem like that type of person. He seems like, yo, if I need to, I will do it because this goal is just way too big. Like, he already knows what it takes, you know? Like, Dragon knows what it means to challenge the world government. He knows that he can't be with his family. He knows that, like, the Luffy's mother probably lost her life because of this, you know, at some point. He knows the dangers. Rox does too. And Rox has gone way further than Dragon. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't see this man's will being broken so easily to be Dami around and rot away forever. I just can't see it, man. He's way too powerful. He's way too committed. He's too gangster. Like I just this is the guy we're all comparing if Roger is stronger than or better than. And Roger found the One Piece. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just don't know,
I'm not
man.
trying to be a Roger hater, but Rock's on top of Roger all day.
Hey, listen, man, you speaking truth to me, bro. You know what you talking about when you talk to me about him. So I've been said it.
Well, Ginger, thanks for sticking around. I know we took a while to get to you. We just had a lot of calls today, but thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
I'm just glad to get the theory out, man. I got a couple more that I'll save for other call-ins, but one of them's the Trader of the D. Wait for it, guys.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Later, man.
All right, we do got two people in the den still. I mean, the call only stream, Larry. Let's push it to get these two in, and then we'll call it.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
All right. TWeezy, how's it going, man? Bruh. TWeezy, you there? All right, I'm going to NoPapi, bruh. NoPapi, you there?
Oh, hello? Hello, you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
make
up,
sure you
man?
mute us in the background, please.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
What's up? What's
All
up, man? How are you?
So, what's up? I'm good. All right, I'm a little nervous. All right,
Nah,
so
don't be nervous.
y'all, how Shanks gets his scar.
Okay.
Also, okay, it's gonna be crazy. So I also think the kid in the flashback is also Buggy. That's it's crazy.
Wait, what?
I know it's not crazy, but okay. So for first, I gotta go to Blackbeard's introduction to prove who Blackbeard is. So can you go to chapter 223 if you want to see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
223.
Got
Yeah.
you.
All right, cool.
You gonna put it on screen, Larry, or nah? What are we talking?
Nah.
So the first Blackbeard Luffy meets is obsessed with cherry pies. Luffy argues with this Blackbeard with food and drinks. The second Blackbeard Luffy meets comes up when Nami brings about money and talks to Luffy about his bounty. So this Blackbeard's obsessed with money. Now let me go to chapter 225. This Blackbeard, what are we at? So this Blackbeard slips up and repeats what the first Blackbeard said when he eats the cherry pie. This Blackbeard reminds Luffy of Ace and Shanks, which are both conquerors. Luffy doesn't speak to this Blackbeard because he noticed something. Do you know what he notices? You want to guess?
It's the more than one person theory.
Yeah, but you know Luffy notices that this Blackbeard is sharing his food, making him a hero. Because Luffy said on Fishman Island that he's not a hero, only heroes share food. If that makes sense. Oh no, you're not going for that? Hello?
Yeah, keep going.
Break down the sharing of the food for me. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so the first Blackbeard ate the cherry pie, said it was delicious. Then the last Blackbeard outside ate the cherry pie, repeated what the first Blackbeard said. And Luffy noticed that this Blackbeard is sharing his food, making him a hero because at Fishman Island, Luffy said he's not a hero because only heroes share food. And he doesn't like sharing food. So Blackbeard is sharing his food, making him a hero and a conqueror. Because this Blackbeard reminds Luffy of Ace and Shanks, which is the only conquerors in the series at that time as well.
Okay.
So this Blackbeard is a hero and a conqueror. And I want to say, so I believe the two people is his sisters, but okay, so Blackbeard's pre-time skip design, he wears lots of jewelry, right? Lots of jewelry. He wears it just like Alvida, Miss Buckingham, and Dr. Korea and Big Mom. 5 rings on each hand, like a girl. Like no other character wears jewelry like that but Blackbeard, especially Alvida. When Alvida, they show in her hand in the beginning of chapter 2, I think, and she has a gun on her hip just like Blackbeard. So that's pre-time skip. He dressed like a girl. Post-time skip, he adds a hat with lots of flowers and feathers and like colorful flowers and feathers with the 3 skulls. So I compare that hat. That hat looked just like Katarina Devon's hat. Katarina Devon was known as the Crescent Moon Hunter. Blackbeard's depicted under Crescent Moon as a kid. She was known for cutting beautiful women's heads off. That's why Blackbeard wanted Boa's fruit, but his sisters wanted his fruit because his sister's supposed to be very beautiful. So I think the other two is his sisters. If that makes sense. I don't know if it's gonna land for y'all, but Blackbeard cries on the Crescent Moon, and Blackbeard and Katarina Devon both got the same 3 skull hat, and Blackbeard got a colorful hat, but he's Blackbeard, so why he got a colorful hat? Doesn't make sense. And like she was not the Crescent Moon Hunter cutting beautiful women's heads off. I don't know, like, but sharing food, making him a hero. And Blackbeard's from a snowy country. The kid in the flashback supposed to be from Lucia or God Valley. They're not snowy countries. So that's why I think that's Buggy as well. And Buggy behind his face. Also, she was Shamrock asked the Gore say the certain part. I think that's Buggy. The certain pirate is Buggy, and the Vegapunk, the false D member is Blackbeard, posing as Buggy. He got the name Teach from Miss Buckingham's Stussy. It's a long thing, but I'm just get to the Shanks stuff if you want to know more of that. So if you go to chapter 1126, the Berto chapter. So I got this. So in chapter 0, Strong World, Yasop, Shanks hiding scar from Yasop. So I thought it was a good idea if I go to the Yasop chapter. And hold on, let me get the chapter real quick. And I found this. All right. So this is what I think happened. So I think Shanks whoops Blackbeard, and Blackbeard pleads to his life like he did with Whitebeard, and how Barto did with Shanks. That's why Shanks looked uneasy the whole chapter, because it reminded him of Blackbeard. And I think Blackbeard pleads to his life and told his story to Shanks. Shanks felt bad. Blackbeard scars him and gets away, and Shanks doesn't chase him down. Yasop nickname is Chaser, doesn't chase him down because he felt so bad. That's why Whitebeard also did kill him, because he was soft just like Whitebeard. And at the end of the chapter, we see Luffy smiling, Shanks smiling, thinking about Luffy, while the rest of the chapter, Shanks is frowning, thinking about Blackbeard. And Yasop shoots down the Grand Fleet, similar to him not chasing him down because he doesn't have Yasop at the time, because he has the scar when Yasop, because he would have had the scar if he had Yasop, quote unquote, because he's Chaser. That meant he'd be chasing him down. Oh, it's the word, but I can't really. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm trying to say. That he pled to his life. Him and his sisters pled to Shanks. And he scarred him. He scarred him because Blackbeard's a conqueror. There's only one conqueror, the one who saved his sisters. That makes sense. That's why he scarred him. And that's why Whitebeard didn't finish Blackbeard on Marineford, because his sister started pleading, and all Blackbeard wanted to do is free his sisters. So Whitebeard could have really hurt. So Whitebeard was never gonna hurt Blackbeard. That's why Shanks was so mad at Blackbeard for having Blackbeard stay low for so long, for he could just plot and get ready for this great plan to like. I got a really crazy thing. I don't want to like say like I really think I like solved this mystery, but I don't really want to say what I want to say, or like I feel like I'm spoiling if I say it. But that's why Blackbeard want the Yami no Mi. That's the only way he could free his sisters. So I believe so in Ace's Flash. So when Blackbeard was fighting Ace, he explains his Logia. He says he goes with everything even light, and light's his element weakness, like Crocodile. And Crocodile can't be intangible when he get hit with water. So the light is stopping him from freeing his sisters. If that makes sense. That's why he put a black coat over Blackbeard, because he only could reveal sisters in complete darkness. And also, Blackbeard also flirts with Shanks and Marineford too. He calls him handsome and pretty. But so also I also know his mother. So I also believe his mother is. I'll tell you everything. I believe his mother is the witch who lived in the cherry blossom tree, the one that Dr. Hero was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's the witch that lived there. I believe that's his mother as well. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't remember how I got that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to formulate all this into a cohesive theory for me, my guy, because I'm lost. I'm not gonna lie.
You lost?
I'm pretty
so
lost.
You don't believe
bro.
who? But I think Blackbeard's a 3-headed race, and I think Buggy is the real son of Zebek. Blackbeard's the imposter. That's what I think.
Okay.
That's what and Blackbeard is to start pleading for his life to Shanks. That's why Shanks could have finished him.
Okay.
Barto did the same. I don't know if it mirrors Barto with Shanks, with Blackbeard and Whitebeard. And he's smiling, thinking about Luffy, frowning, thinking about Blackbeard. Then the end of the chapter, it shows Blackbeard pointing a gun at Pizarro's head with 3 dialogue boxes, him pleading for his life as well.
So Shanks said to Whitebeard that he didn't have his guard down when Blackbeard scarred him. So
that's that wordplay.
Yeah,
so he have his guard down. I think he meant like was it careless? It's a lot of translations. Like I don't think if y'all think he got the best of
Yeah, no. So this is
I can't really explain that.
I need you to come back. I need you to write it all and then just revise it, because right now there is a lot of thoughts that you have that are obviously connecting, but I don't think it's being connected the way you want it to be. So I'm gonna say like you're gonna have to come back with this, dog.
Okay, can I say one more thing before I leave? So I think Rock is gonna eat the legendary / forbidden from Elbath that he stole at God Valley. That's gonna make him cause Roger and Garp to fight. I got that message.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know about that. Like that's out of nowhere too.
If that's gonna true, then y'all gotta believe me.
Okay.
All right, bro. But
okay.
Next time, come through with some like some written, bro. But yeah, thank you so much, brother.
It was a lot of stuff. I had to make y'all believe my witch color make sense. But did y'all see what I was talking about though? How Barto mirrors what Blackbeard did or no? Y'all didn't see that? Or how Shanks was sad, thinking about Blackbeard all the time, then smiling, randomly thinking about Luffy. Or no, y'all see that?
Nah, probably not. Yeah, I don't see it either. Nah, bro. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to like write this in a way that's like way better, bro. But I appreciate you coming through and talking about it.
Remember the God Valley theater, though, him eating Loki's fruit on God Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
All right, brother. Thank
you. Have a good night, bro.
You too.
All right, peace.
I was so lost, bro.
Listen, man, when people write their stuff out, they be cooking. And especially people like that where they have all these thoughts and connections. You can't just spitball it. It's too hard for us.
Yeah. All right, let's get TWeezy in here. Let's see if he's working.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now, man. What's up?
Okay, yeah. Man, I don't know how to work Discord, man. It told me to join voice. All I seen was join voice, and I kept pressing it, so it was sending me to the other chat. My bad.
No, you're good, man. Thank you. What's up?
It's nice to meet y'all. I've been seeing you guys on Instagram and stuff like that for a while now. Me and my uncle have talked about y'all. We're big fans.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to you and your uncle, man.
Yeah. So I've been creating content for a while, and I made this video. I want to talk about Kaido. So I made this video, and it was just like this clip of going over how Kaido needs to go because Kaido was a menace. In my opinion, I mean, one-shotting Luffy a whole bunch of times, and bro had to get out of here. But people were wondering why he tried to kill himself, and it was the climax of Dressrosa. I don't know exactly what episode, but he like jumped off of Sky Island all the way down to like where Kid and all of them were.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, why didn't he try and drown himself? Why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? And now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna ask y'all. Y'all, feel like y'all know more than me. I love One Piece. I try and theorize as much as possible. I even talk about it on my channel. But didn't Kaido want to die by fighting a worthy opponent? Or I could be wrong.
To my understanding, Kaido wanted to have a grand passing. So he looked up to guys like Roger, Whitebeard, and Rocks. Yeah. And he considered their passing, even Odin, he considered them passing to be grand. So
Yeah.
he wanted to
Yes.
emulate them.
Yeah, somebody in my comment section said Kaido has the Yuto Yuto no Mi motto. I don't even know how to say that. I'm not even gonna try. Fish fruit, pretty much motto. The dragon that he is, a mythical Zoan type devil fruit, which theoretically, as the name suggests, gives him the ability to breathe underwater. So if he tries to drown himself, it wouldn't work. Now I didn't know how far that went because I didn't really like try to dive into deep of that. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Kaido, so I never really tried to really know, but I didn't exactly know. Now I figured it was he wanted to die like a worthy, honorable death. You know what I'm saying? Like how you were saying, like how Whitebeard did, and how everybody else before him had, done as well.
Right.
But
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right. But that's not really why I wanted to talk. Like the theory I wanted to talk to y'all about. I kind of wanted to confirm that off of y'all. But the theory I want to talk about is Buggy. Okay. I'm a big avid believer that not necessarily Buggy is Rocks, but and I'm not necessarily saying that is his son as well, because I mean, we would have, if he was his son, we would have seen that by now, correct? I mean, we're damn near wrapping up towards the end of God Valley. I don't think, they'd be leaving that out. I mean, I think that would have been already presented to us if that was the case.
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends if Eris is pregnant or not, but we're
true. But I do believe now. Actually, you just really pointed out a good point. I was not thinking about. So thank you. But I do believe that Rocks is connected to Buggy, and Buggy's connected to Rocks in some way, shape, or form. Now I've seen a lot of theories like how Teach has the soul of Rocks. You know how they've talked about that for a long time. That's a big theory. But and how Buggy would be like the body of Rocks of some sort, like a reincarnation of his body or some sort. I was seeing something about that earlier. But I've been on the stand and I can't really figure it out of Buggy being connected to Rocks, because I mean all the signs are there. I mean you translate his name in Vietnamese, it's Buggy. I don't feel like that's a coincidence at all. The wanted poster being the exact same pose as Rocks did for Buggy's poster as well. And I mean, and Rocks, and if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Rocks also erased from history? So I don't think anybody could have also seen from Buggy's era what Rocks' wanted poster was, or et cetera, et cetera. Maybe if somebody had it in, a black market or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
But I know that he's probably heard stories about Rocks through like Roger's crew and stuff.
So there's a theory that's existed for a little bit. I've never really liked it, but it's possible that Buggy is a failed clone of Rocks. And that would be why he has these random emulations of him without being anywhere near the actual man that Rocks was. And people said that the failure of Buggy is that they tried to get that red mark on Rocks' face, and it ended up being the nose, and that was why it was a failure or whatever. It's more of a gag theory in my opinion, but Oda likes to mess around a lot, so it's possible that could be the connection that people have had.
Oh yeah,
but that I don't know if Mads is really moving yet for that. I don't know if Vegapunk was creating clones at this time, so I just don't know if I've ever subscribed to that theory. I think it's more plausible that Eris is just like pregnant with another child than it is that Buggy is a Rocks clone. But I don't really have anything better than those two options.
See that. Mm-hmm. I could see that. Now, I mean, I could see in a way. Now, I wouldn't know how to explain it in depth just yet for real, because I mean I've been really thinking about, like I was even at work today thinking about this theory, just because I've really stand with this theory for a while now. But Buggy's a clown. I mean, clowns play the fool, and I really do think Buggy has been playing an act for a good while. I've seen a lot of people also theorize about how he could be secretly working for Shanks or something like that. I don't think so about that. But
Yeah,
I
don't think so.
I do think he's playing the full, and there's like every time, like even in Impel Down and stuff like that, even after Impel Down and even beyond Impel Down, why I kept asking myself, why is Buggy coming back? Why is Buggy having such a big role, continuing going forward and forward and forward? I mean, I know he's looking for Captain John's treasure and stuff like that, and also trying to go for the One Piece and stuff right now with like the Cross Guild and stuff, but it's just like there's something missing, in my opinion, from Buggy that we're not picking up, I guess. That he's playing the fool and he's playing a character, and that at some point in time his true identity or whatever the case is going to come out, because he is connected to Rocks. I don't want to say he is Rocks, but I could lean on the clone theory as well. I have not seen that. So thank you for sharing that one with me. I do like that one. And I do like the theory of how Teach's mother also could be pregnant with Buggy right now. But it's hard to say, man. There's a lot of ways it could go. I'm really enjoying how God Valley's going. But I really do appreciate how you guys gave me a little bit of time to come on here and speak.
Yeah, man. I saw you you were asking how to get in here on the YouTube, I believe, and then you got in. So thank you for joining and becoming a Yonko. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
we do
thank you.
these streams like once a week at the minimum, or at least we try to. So definitely, if you want to if you're going to maintain your Yonko status, you'll have access to this channel, and you'll be able to call in any one of the times. So we'd love to hear more from you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Man. I was telling the last guy how I've always really enjoyed y'all's community. Just you guys are really just genuine and stuff like that. You both are really genuine. Like, I mean, I watched the podcast that you guys were on recently. I forget their name. I've watched them for a long time too. I'm bad with names.
Preston or okay. Never mind.
It's the group of them. I forgot their name.
Oh yeah, RTTV. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing my own stuff, man, and you guys also give me inspiration to keep going. You know what I'm saying? And I've switched from doing videos right now to just making little edits and stuff and trying to build my following on TikTok, and it's going real well. And I really do appreciate you guys for being just genuine people, man, and giving inspiration to others.
Don't stop, bro.
Thanks, man.
You better keep
don't
going.
Stop. Keep grinding.
Yeah, and I'm not here asking for no plugs. Don't nobody go to my stuff from here. I want all my stuff to come to me. I want all my stuff to come to me, just natural. I'm really big into that. I know God has good plans for me. I'm real big on that. So I'm holding faith, man. And I hope you guys have a good one, and I appreciate y'all's time.
All right, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you
have
too.
a good one, bro.
All right, we got just Trent left. So let's get Trent in here. We'll make it quick, man. Let's try to make it quick. Trent, what's going on, bro? I know you said you're on break at lunch or break at work, man. I don't know if you're still there.
Oh, yo.
All right, man. Yo, we got to make it quick. Me and Larry got to wrap.
All right, man. Look. Yo, y'all here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. But as I was, my question is, first of all, I feel like I'm kind of on the side of Larry right now about Garp. Because last week, just hearing everything going on with Garp. But another thing with me, because this is kind of going into all my Garp stuff. If he saw this, do you think it's bad that do you think now it's still like, you think it's bad if he ended up being a undercover revolutionary?
I think it'd be bad writing, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't enjoy him as an undercover revolutionary per se. To me, I think Garp still believes in the Marines. It's the world government he doesn't believe in. The Marines are just a tool of the world government, and he thinks that they're the best avenue to continue to stop what he sees from pirates. But I mean, That's just it's flawed logic, is what it is.
Yeah, I just didn't know because when you look at it now, I mean, with him, if he is the one who started, if we go off of that, and he was one that started, him and Sengoku did that, would that mean he kind of maybe pushed, he kind of wasn't really mad at Dragon starting Revolutionary Army? Wouldn't you think? Because, I mean, he's still kind of going back in his own way, but he's not really, like, he's mad he didn't do it with the Marines, but he's also still kind of happy he's not standing for that,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't think Garp is actually mad at Dragon for doing what he's doing. He made his own choice, right?
Yeah.
But he's just mad he's not doing it in the way that he tried to teach him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I actually don't think that Garp created Sword, personally. I have a theory that I'm going to drop soon. I guess I could tease it, but I think it's Bogard, man. And I'll get into it when it's time, but I'll get into it.
I feel you. But, yeah, since y'all have a lot going, I won't get into what I was actually going to say. I'll let that be for another call-in. But I do want to say thank y'all. I've been watching a lot of y'all's old stuff. Y'all helped me a lot through this weekend. Had a rough weekend. Almost lost a family member last weekend.
Oh, damn.
In my arms. So, it was a rough weekend, but I'm just wanted to put out there, thank y'all for the videos y'all make. Y'all really do. It really does impact and help people going through bad times. It really does.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm grateful that everything is okay right now, though.
Yeah, it was rough, but thank y'all. Y'all's videos are just y'all being positive and just always seeing y'all smile with each other. It's great. It's really great.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Make me cry, man.
Everybody in the chat, send some hearts, man. Send some hearts in the chat.
Yeah.
But thank you, brother.
That's why I think everybody in this community, I think they just really need like he said, the guy before me, I was talking to him about it, and that's why I didn't really want to get into it like that, but I felt like I should just give y'all my appreciation for that, because that really helped me. It really did.
Man. Love you, Trent.
Hey, love y'all. Thank y'all for everything y'all do, man.
Always, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, all right?
All right. Y'all be safe, man.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right, before we end it, super chats. So from Got23s with the 2 says, Kid has Conqueror's Haki used on chapter 1039 on Big Mom. And then he sent another one. Larry, chapter 1039, pages 17 through 18. There's a ZZ Zit shows its Conquerors. It doesn't, because I've seen that page. That page has Kid's gun going off, and because the electric is building up, the magnetic electric, whatever, that's causing the zit. The same way Unnell had a zit in his panel when he was shooting off his electricity towards Luffy. So, and there's no Black Conqueror's lightning attached to it. But good try, bro. Kid will get his, I guess. Bernard Garrett with the 2 says, any chance Kaido makes a deal with government on God Valley? I don't think so.
Man. I'd hate that.
Yeah.
But I can see it.
Dizzy
I hate it.
with the 5 says, if you could choose/change a voice for any character to anyone, who would it be? I would make Zebek Randy Savage. I would make Zebek the same voice actor as Madara. In my opinion.
I think he should be more scruffy than that. Madara's a little too primitive. He's a little too proper for me.
I would like it. Jada Rude with the 2 says, Edis pregnant with Buggy agenda again. Yeah, it's gonna happen. But listen, guys, just want to say thank you first and foremost for all of you joining and all of you being here. Thank you for being on the phone calls and waiting. Sorry to those that we didn't get a chance to speak to. Like Sebastian said, if you happen to become a member on YouTube or become a Discord member or any of the such, the Twitch users count as this too, just FYI. And we just want to say thank you. So thank you to everybody that's on TikTok and Instagram as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't gone to our Twitch stream just yet, please go to our Twitch stream, follow up. If you don't want ads, you can become a member there, a subscriber there, and sub up, and you won't get ads. And thank you to Sebastian, once again, doing this and being with me, and me being with him, actually, and me just controlling it just for, this. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say. Seb?
Yeah, this was fun. I know we ran a little longer than we anticipated, but I always enjoy hearing from y'all in the community. We are back again with another stream tomorrow for the DDT. We're going to see a couple interesting matchups, but I had a lot of fun. I did want to say big shout out to Nerd Taku. I know it was alluded to a little earlier in the stream, but I believe he is going to be having his daughter tomorrow. Hopefully everything works out fine with them. Prayers up to them. I hope everything works out great. And they have a beautiful baby girl. But yeah, shout out to Nerdtaku, shout out to everybody. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like the stream if you haven't already. And have a great